He can't comment on it because it's not there.
It's scheduled. You're live.
Yeah.
Are we live?
We should be.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Internet. What is going on? What is going on, homies? I am just getting my stuff situated so we can get started on our videos, but this is OnlyCops. Here on our Thursday streams, we do Bodycam breakdowns. I'm not entirely sure in which orientation because I can't see the video yet, but I'm assuming Bill is on the tippity top where he belongs.
I am.
He was my partner in crime on the streets. While we were still police officers. We were police officers from 2017 to 2021. And then the meat between our buns here is producer Juan. And without producer Juan, we wouldn't be able to do most of the stuff as far as logistics are concerned. He helps us with our logos and our thumbnails and all of the PNGs that we use as backdrops. So I want to give a big special shout out to him. He's also the one that edits, more importantly, our produced content. And we've gotten a lot recently. You guys are spoiled. I think we've gotten like 4.
You're getting shorts.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys get a lot of stuff. So if you want to support and make it easier for producer Juan and myself and Bill to do more of this content, you can join us on Patreon. It is as little as $1 a month. And for that $1, it gives you access to our Discord. Our Discord is how we facilitate most of the stuff. We're currently on Discord. And you can hang out with us 24/7. You get to do stuff like meet us. Blankford, shout out to him. He's like an OG Patreon sub. Has met both me and Bill on separate occasions.
That's right.
Old
buddy
shout out
met me today.
Yeah, so shout out to all of them. I want to give a big special shout out to Sergeant George, or St. George as he's known on this channel. What is going on? I have the power of Christ with me here, and I'm ready for Axon. Brian P., it is good to see you. And Jacob, what is going on? He has his little frog emoji. Without that, go ahead and shout out. We're going to burn through as many of these as we can. We're probably going to give ourselves a pretty hard deadline for 9:30, and then I will hang out with you guys after that in the Discord. We'll do a quick after party. I'll probably play some DMZ with whomever wants to do it.
Me. It's me. I got those sweet guns.
Whoever.
Well, we will get. Thank you guys for liking. For everybody that's here, Dr. June. I hope you are safe, just as the rest of us are, with the storm that's going through DFW. We're gonna get started with our first video.
The mics are not picking up the thunder. It's loud out there.
Yeah,
we're actually gonna start with this one since this is the thumbnail. I like to start with the police activity disclaimer, just so it kind of like throws it up there for us too.
Yes. Shout out to Axon.
Door open. You were able to go inside, or what?
There's 6 firefighters inside this house. You know, cops are
hanging out,
securing the scene.
It's this is another episode of Switched. Cops and
That's hilarious. I think when I see a hose in the ground, though, I ain't getting anywhere near that.
Nope.
This is now a fire problem.
I wonder what they were there for, though.
I don't know. Let's call text. We get call text?
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
There is a fire.
I just read the title.
Yeah, there is a fire.
There it is.
Bro.
Yeah.
I hope they're okay.
As far as I know, they all survived.
Thank God, dude.
I think they've been pressured for it.
Dang. Click the show more real quick.
It's just this shit.
Dumb.
I wonder if it was a gas leak or what.
That's my guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it like probably collected somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. And then just blew up real quick. Also, not like anything to do with what we're doing, but I know the Netflix documentary has been big lately. Mm-hmm. The Murdaugh guy got convicted of murder today, so fucking.
Exactly. That is my sentiment exactly.
Yeah.
Alfredo, what is going on, my dude? BRB, Jacob's getting the important things. Sergeant George, thank you.
I wore this shirt specifically for Jacob, hoping that he would be here. So,
Blank Forge, if there's a long hose in my house, it's clearly not mine. So that's why I'm worried about it.
that's only when I'm over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. You already getting the warning?
Here's the warning. Love
Yeah.
it. Is it the same house?
Hello, Garden City.
Yeah. Garden City PD. Shout out to
Alright.
police activity.
What's going on?
Somebody.
He's drunk.
Okay.
He's drunk.
Okay.
It's red flag number 1.
And?
I can't deal with him.
Okay.
Oh, I think we've seen
Alright,
this one
is he
before.
still inside?
Have we?
Okay. Is he just drunk? No weapons? No nothing like that?
No.
Are you injured?
Good
Was
question.
it when I was
Okay,
not
do you
here?
you need medical or anything?
No, but I think he does.
This feels recent.
Okay.
I scratched.
I don't remember this one.
All
It's
right.
from.
Can you move off the porch and we
from
can talk to my partner
Come
over
on.
here? Is he gonna come?
I love that. He's drunk, and
I can't deal with him.
yeah.
Steel Switch, it's good to see you, my dude.
Half the videos we watch are either at houses that look like this or at apartment complexes.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a
you
reason
what-
for that,
These storm doors sucked. I hated these things.
especially when they're locked.
Yeah, dude.
But to be fair, I lock mine, so
Well, you should.
Yeah.
if anybody's
Okay.
coming for me, I'm gonna make it hard.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Retro, it's good to see you as well, my dude. Thank you guys for dropping likes. This is a rather precarious place to be.
Hey, sir.
I'll blow you.
Well, that'll do it.
Damn.
Yeah, don't do that.
Get back! Get back!
Damn.
Bro, you called the police. I get so mad when people do this shit.
You called the police because your husband's drunk and you don't want to deal with him.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, get him on the side, not skip.
Thank you for securing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Next.
That was sketchy. You saw how long it took him to figure out that was a gun in his hand? Man,
He
that was like,
to be
oh, I'm with
to
you.
be no. I'm not gonna say anything nice. He was way too complacent.
He was
he-
chilling in that.
Bro, he stood right there, knocking, whatever. He opened that door. There was a good 2 seconds. He's just looking at the guy like, come on, dude.
There's a really good story if you guys get a chance to see the Coffee with the Cop where we had, what is his name? Older guy. Night Cop.
Night Cop.
Night Cop.
yeah.
Night Cop
yeah.
35
Yeah.
gave his story and his testimony for that, and that was wild. It was
Yeah.
called just like that, and it was awful.
Mhm.
Don't wrap me up for speeding, Sergeant George. She was reportedly found crawling and barking. She seems methy. That's the case.
Yeah.
Bro, look at these cushioned seats.
I know.
We had tubs in ours.
Yep.
The plastic ones.
Yep.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
we weren't dumb.
They were way easier to clean.
Yep.
Hose them down.
So she just take her cuffs like from behind her back under her legs.
She sure did.
All the hinge cuff guys are like, see, this is why I have hinge cuffs. Good luck doing that with hinge cuffs. Oh, snap.
Damn.
She's wow. That's a bad day, dude. Oh, that's a bad day.
Look at her eyeballs.
Bro, her eyeballs are freaking me out. She's like, how I get around in this? Also, this is why we put things in car ready.
Yep.
Because ARs have floating firing pins. They're not spring retained, but also it buys you 1 extra second. If this is going to happen, somebody still has to figure out how to load your gun.
Also, when you're as high as this chick, I mean,
Dude, good luck. I've seen people like this have a hard time opening up like a doorknob.
you know what really gives it away? The real trashy back tattoos.
Hey, that's where it's
Really?
at, man.
That really gives it away. I want to see if she cranks a round off of this bitch.
I'll tell you what, she's like making love to this thing right now.
Oh, she turned up.
Oh, she plugged. She
Turn the
turned on the
flashlight on.
Yeah, turn the flashlight on.
Nice. Now she can finally see what's going on.
Exactly. It's a weird. It's a weird like pistol braced AR.
Yeah, it sure
Kinda weird.
is.
It's a weird setup here. Tyler Stevens, it's good to see you. Pam, it is also good to see you. Don't worry, you're not late. You're always on time.
You can never be
It's
late
not
with
too
us.
late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like y'all usually don't start till like 7:45.
Yeah.
She Plank Forge says she identifies as a red flag. Oh my goodness. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Who's just hanging out over here?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
What was that? Oh, man, Danny, I'm hit right here. Yeah. I'm hit right here too, Danny. Hit in the head. 2615.
Hey, the radio.
We got shots fired up here. We need backup immediately. Start EMS. Start EMS. We got a civilian. Got a civilian hit. What the heck? She get out of her cuffs? No.
hey, let's put the paperwork down and let's figure out is there not a deadly threat somewhere here? Maybe?
Did he go in? Stay in.
Is there a deadly
You
threat?
see her, Danny? You
Paper,
got eyes
rifle,
on her?
scissors. Paper beats rifle, Josh. Have you not learned this
Shots
in elementary
fired. Get
school?
over here. Get over here. Your dad's
Can we
hit.
point a gun at something? Do we not have a deadly threat?
She wouldn't even take
Of course, this is Oklahoma.
free on one hand. She wouldn't even take any water from us or anything. What was that?
I wonder what he got hit with in the head.
Hit right here.
I bet you it's just the concussion of it.
No, he's bleeding. The officer's
is he?
bleeding from his head.
Oh,
Can you graze them, maybe?
Maybe.
We should raise them, yeah. Or you know what? Probably like broken glass flying out of the it's a lot of
That
muzzle
could be.
velocity. You know, it's
Yeah,
just some
that
debris.
could be.
Just quick word of advice: if you start to get shot at, it's a good idea to at least try to identify where you're getting shot at from, and
Yeah.
then very quickly and judiciously shoot back.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, don't ever tell me that Oklahoma's better than Texas again.
ever.
That argument
That
is
was-
settled.
At no point in that entire interaction that we just watched did a law enforcement officer pull a gun out.
That
and point
argument
it.
is settled.
That was. I get it. You're in shock for the first couple of seconds, but when you're cowering behind your car,
And there's a civilian walking
yourself-
towards you?
yeah, you should think to yourself, I have a tool on my belt that could possibly not put us at the mercy of some crackhead with an AR.
Yeah, taser, duh.
At
Almost busy
least,
with his radio, Josh.
at least tase the car. I would have given you a D- for at least tasting the car. Maybe OC it.
Yeah.
Pull one and OC the car.
OC, yeah,
Something,
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that works.
Yeah.
something is better
Right.
than cowering behind. I'm a little frustrated. That frustrates the hell out of me.
Throw your paper at the car.
Let's see. Tyler Stevens have a hinge pair and a chain pair. That's smart.
Tyler wants advice for FTO school. Tyler,
Listen-
we didn't go to FTO school, but we
Yeah,
did work on a shift with 7 rookies at the same time. So
I would say listen to like 60% of what that school is telling you,
yeah,
because like you're hopefully in a position to be an FTO because you're a good officer and they value your experience and that you can hopefully put that onto there. Most of that's probably going to be like, how do you talk to kids and not hurt their feelings or whatever. But like
nowadays, yeah.
that's what I mean nowadays.
Yeah.
I would just you're getting picked to do that or you're doing that for a reason. So
I would say from our experience in FTO, stay as busy as possible. Get your
100%.
rookie every
Get that rookie
single
everything.
type of call you can get them because they'll be so much better off.
Oh yeah.
Because
Panzer
my FTOs
is-
that did that, bro, they were the
Oh, yeah.
best.
Oh yeah. Panzer's name got longer.
Of course it did.
Don't trust bikini-clad women who decide to start opening fire. Yeah, I agree. Sergeant George with the
And
wisdom.
there's a lot of YouTube channels that are gonna go out of business.
Oh shit.
I think we've done this one.
Have we?
Eastbound on 40, passing in front of the Burger King.
Yeah, this guy goes like all over the place.
Okay.
I recognize the white picket fence. We can skip this one.
Okay.
If you're real fans, you would
Deal.
have seen it because you'd have been here this whole time.
Sheriff's deputy has pleaded guilty to drunk driving and resigned.
Her blood alcohol was more than 3 times the legal limit for drunk driving. CBS 4 investigator Brian Moss reports that she initially wasn't charged with DUI.
She was in charge with DUI?
It was a chaotic scene 5 months ago in Greenwood Village. This Jeep rolled after crashing into another car. The driver and the passenger pulled
shit.
out by Greenwood Village police officers. Police quickly learned
this
that
radio.
Mackenzie
I'm
Young
scared.
was an off-duty Douglas County Sheriff's deputy.
Works for Douglas County.
The female, Mackenzie?
Mackenzie.
She's the Douglas County deputy, supposedly? Come on,
This
guys.
is
You should know
supposedly.
better than that of all people.
And they had questions about her sobriety.
I don't know if she's actually like injured or she's just distraught.
Young was transported to a hospital, but officers never pursued a DUI case against her. She was charged with reckless driving and other traffic charges. But Greenwood Village Police higher-ups conducted a standard review of the accident, going over body cam videos and other evidence. And they quickly concluded that Young, who had gone back to work as a Douglas County deputy after the accident, had likely been a drunk driver.
She's the at-fault party here. She was driving on the wrong side of the damn road and then caused a dang accident. Could have killed somebody.
They found she had been drinking at this nearby bar, obtained surveillance video showing her unsteady in the parking lot, trying to get
Already failed the walk and turn.
losing her balance. They then checked reports from firefighters who transported Young. Those reports said firefighters smelled alcohol on her breath and believed she was acutely intoxicated. The reviewing officer then subpoenaed Young's hospital records from the night of the crash, which showed her blood alcohol had measured 0.26, more than 10 times the legal limit.
I was tasked with looking into a traffic accident that you were involved in.
2 weeks after
the 9-line shirt.
Village Police hit the Douglas County deputy with the more serious charge.
The summons is for DUI, reckless driving, drove on the wrong side of a highway.
Greenwood Village's police chief says some of the officers on this scene were inexperienced and a sergeant should have been more involved. But he says ultimately a standard review led to the right result.
I'm done with this
I'm
story.
Brian Moss, covering Colorado First.
Done with this story.
The Douglas County.
It is never an excuse for you to say, and as your reasoning that an officer can't do, they weren't experienced enough. What if that was a fatality accident, dude? And she gets off on the charges because you didn't do anything to secure that evidence? What if they didn't have video? What if they didn't check her BAC at the hospital? That's so shitty. They didn't know any better. Then why the fuck are they on the street? I have real frustrations with that. If that was our excuse, we'd have been canned.
Immediate
termination.
If
no review, no nothing, straight. Yeah.
If we would have taken her to the hospital like that and left,
yeah, dude.
One of the nurses would have called and been like, "What the?
100%.
What is going on?" There's no way.
And maybe these officers don't have a lot of training. Maybe that they're not DWI certified or whatever it is. Maybe that's the case. So I don't want to put that on those officers. But I'm going to put that on the command staff that's thinking that that's an okay justification for it. And if your officers aren't trained enough to work a simple DWI, then you're not doing enough for your officers to put them in a position to be successful.
Simple is like that. You don't have more of a slam dunk DWI than that. Like I could have worked that DWI from here watching the YouTube video.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know. That's frustrating.
She's faking it or what, but she's not answering.
Cops aren't doing that great this week.
Of a woman in police custody caught on video. 60-year-old Lisa Edwards died after an autopsy shows she suffered a stroke about 15 minutes after officers put her in the back seat of a patrol car. A warning tonight, parts of this video may be too graphic for younger viewers. Prosecutors
We're not older viewers.
all of the officers involved for their actions. But tonight, reporter Caitlin Keenahan spoke to the family of the woman who died in police custody, and they still have questions.
Police got a call for trespassing at Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center.
They want you to leave their property, ma'am.
I can't walk.
Oh, why can't you walk?
I had a stroke on my left side.
This is not going to make the
Family
officers
members
look
say
any
Lisa
better.
Edwards has not walked since 2019.
She was not able to open and close her hand, walk, none of that.
The hospital discharged the 60-year-old, but she wouldn't leave.
Oh, get fucked. Pause it.
John Bosch, an attorney
That's
representing
that's why the officers aren't being charged with anything. You had a medical professional that said she's good, and she's trying not to leave. I will say this: as an officer, I'm probably like, well, why don't we just transport her somewhere else,
Yep.
right, or whatever? But or at least have EMS bless it. If you have anybody complaining about anything medically related, at least get an EMT there to go and check it out. That's wild.
Two of the officers in this case says people not cooperating is common.
It's difficult, very stressful, and you have to adapt to every single situation.
KPD tried to arrest Edwards for criminal trespassing.
Oh no! I need you to step up. I can. Yeah, you have to. Pull me back.
That's when the commentary took a turn.
I can't pick her up because she's dead weight. She's not using her damn legs.
I'm tired of this dead weight crap. Because this is all an act.
Edward's son and daughter-in-law watched the
She
video.
cannot walk.
She shouldn't be treated like that. Nobody should be treated like
Big
that.
oof.
They wouldn't treat their mom like that. So
Big oof.
But Bosch says it's complicated.
I can see, honestly, how there may be folks that could be troubled by it, but they believed that they had a medically stable individual.
Eventually, officers got her into a cruiser.
Yikes.
That's not going to look good.
Then, the breathing stopped. When the officer
That's
checked
agonal breathing, dude.
Yeah.
he found Edwards unconscious.
I don't know if she's faking it or what, but she's not answering.
EMTs took Edwards back to the hospital where she was declared dead in Knoxville.
That might be on them.
Yeah.
Again, the family of
Big
a woman
oof.
who
Yeah. It's gonna be handled by lawyers as far as whether or not that because typically if you have a stroke or even if you're pre-stroke, a lot of times there's something in blood work that'll showcase. I'm not a medical professional, but this is my understanding of it. That there is something in blood work that basically your body starts to put off something that tips off them that you're potentially going to have a stroke. At the very minimum, from a liability standpoint, typically it's a big reason why EMTs will always defer to take you to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because they don't ever want to take the liability of saying there's nothing medically wrong with you because these aren't physicians. Same thing with a nurse. A nurse isn't going to give you a prognosis because they aren't licensed or also don't want the liability, right, of making a prognosis on that. When a doctor does it, they have to say, all of these tests showed me that I have no reason to worry. If something comes outside of that test, I had no reason to check it, if it makes any sense. So the liability on all this stuff is going to be a little bit weird. However, your conduct as a police officer in that moment is going to be questioned.
Oh,
and
yeah.
telling
Big time.
a lady that cannot walk to use her damn legs is probably a bad look.
Well, and then to hear her breathing like that in the back and not stopping and calling EMS,
And a lot of times they
rough.
don't have medical training, and maybe I understand. And this is kind of why I get frustrated in the same situation with the very first call. Hey, we're getting shot at. That's kind of more straightforward. Should at least point a gun back. But in this instance, if there's an unknown thing happening, take that liability and put it on EMS.
Yeah.
EMS should have been there the moment she stopped moving. My legs don't work. I had a stroke. Okay, well, let's get EMS out here to verify that you can't walk. If they can't walk, we'll get her on the stretcher, we'll handcuff her to the thing, and then we'll go transport her where we have to go. But for a criminal, and also for criminal trespass, I don't know. That's a weird call. There's definitely multiple people probably losing their job, both at the hospital and at the
you would hope
police
so.
department for that. Or nothing happens, and hash brown, that's what happens when you let the government solve problems for you.
I think that's what's probably going to happen.
It's probably what's going to be what happens
On
here.
Saturday, September 12, 2020, around 4:05 in the morning, Adams County Sheriff's Deputy Marcus Knight was in the area of the Circle K convenience store at 5810 North Broadway. At the time, Deputy Knight was in full uniform and was driving a marked Sheriff's Department vehicle. Deputy Knight observed a white Ford Explorer with no license plates parked in the convenience store parking lot. He also observed a male who was later identified as 33-year-old Christopher Escobedo sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle. As Deputy Knight continued watching the vehicle, a female exited the convenience store and entered the front passenger seat of the vehicle. Deputy Knight communicated his observations of the vehicle to Adams County Sheriff's Deputy Matthew Tran, who was nearby. The Ford Explorer was driven out of the parking lot and then southbound on Bannock Street from 58th Avenue. Deputy Tran was directly behind the vehicle as it continued southbound on Bannock Street. Deputy Tran, who was also driving a marked Sheriff's Department vehicle, activated the emergency lights on his vehicle to initiate a traffic stop based upon the Ford Explorer having no visible license plates.
I was like, what's the stop for? Oh, we did this one.
Where are you at?
Did we?
We did this one. I remember this one.
Where are you at? I need to know.
I dropped. Hop this fence right here. With your hands up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we did this one. Go check out other ones if you want to see it. We do a lot of these. Fortunately, I have decent memory.
Yeah, if you're gonna submit, typically it's safest to do it if it's within the last week or so.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Police, fire, medical.
or like 10 years ago.
Okay, what's the address you're at?
Omit it.
I'm off of Pensinger right now. I have a knife to kill whoever is in front of me.
Nice. You told him.
Hey, bud.
It's always nice. You said neat.
It's okay. Come here and talk to me.
Did she say, "Hey, bud"?
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud.
Sweet.
Is she by herself?
Ground for me.
Probably.
So the
Lay
smart
down on the
tactic is to
ground.
stand behind him so that because he only said he'd kill in front.
That's true.
Behind is safe.
Wrong handheld.
I need you.
Yeah.
Drop the knife.
Shout out to the flashlight
You have
here.
to.
Okay, he's got a
I'm gonna
knife.
shoot you.
He's got a knife.
Robert, are you still?
Let's use our gun here. Or you can get in the car and back up. Can move the car back.
Hit that guy. Hit that guy.
Oh, look at that. Bro, she's high speed, low drag. Easy to outrun a guy in a car.
Sure is. It's also easier to catch people on foot chases in the car.
100%. Bro, she's crushing it right now.
Minus this radio echo.
Yes.
We need to block off traffic at the intersection of Buena Vista and Pensinger. Hey, bud, come back here.
Hey, bud.
I'll bless the repositioning here. I like that. Bro, she's crushing it. This guy needs to turn his siren off. He's got to calm down.
Turn off the siren.
She's on it, dude. She is on it. I'm team her.
Stay right there, bud.
She's crushing it.
Bud.
He's got us drop it, bud. You have to drop it.
Okay, we've got enough cops here. Let's use
No
less
one's gonna
lethal.
hurt you.
We got it.
Even if you
Where's
want
that
us to,
taser
bud.
10 when you need it, right?
We're gonna get you help,
Right?
but we gotta do it a different way.
He does
Drop
look like
the
he's wearing
knife
like
now.
basketball shorts and stuff. This is
Yes, we
possible
do.
taser guy. Car doesn't get out of breath.
You gotta drop it.
Less lethal's a good idea if we got it. Pretty
We're gonna get you some help, but you gotta work with us.
Come on, bud.
I need you to lay down the knife.
Bill?
What if his name is Bud and they know him?
That'd be awesome.
Lay down the knife, bud.
Okay.
Who's got the lock?
Contacting. What is this guy doing?
Chilling, man.
Watch your backdrop.
Hanging out.
Bro,
now.
she is crushing it, dude. She's getting an arrest plan
Do you
together.
have less lethal or lethal? I need you to go less lethal if we can.
There it is.
Stay
She's
there.
This must be a supervisor
Drop
or
the knife.
something. These guys, he said straight up, yes, ma'am.
Get you some help.
It's probably a senior officer on a very rookie shift.
That's true. I've been there. I have been there.
Yeah.
How many times with Bill? You got a rifle out? Yeah. Everybody else, put your guns
Yep.
up.
Don't worry, guys. Bill's taking this shooting.
Bill's taking
Drop
this
the knife. Drop it.
Only rifle on the street besides me,
Right,
so.
yeah, literally.
I'm less lethal. Less lethal.
Tase him. This is close enough. You can tase him from
Bud,
here.
you have to drop it.
At least try. It's probably not going to work, but you can
Your
try.
dad does not. Less lethal first.
Sergeant George is on it with
We're not
it.
going to shoot you. You understand that? I don't care how much you ask.
It's kind of a thick sweater.
We have to get you help a different way. Stay there. Put the
Come on,
knife down
girlfriend.
now.
Come on, girlfriend, you got it.
We're not going to, but you're going to
I
put
would
the
just
knife down.
rain taser probes on this
She
guy.
is shaking.
Well, you got it.
We are
Come
not
on,
gonna
girl.
shoot you.
Do
You
it.
understand that?
You got it.
Do it.
Do it. Aim for his wiener.
We're going to get you help.
For a reason,
But we have to
tactically,
do
you're
it a
supposed to aim for the
different
waist.
way. No one wants to get hurt.
That's how it's trained.
You understand that, right?
Aim for the wiener. Come on, get him. Come on, taser.
Mally, can you move around to my side?
Just do it.
Can you move
We got
around
it.
here?
I do like that she's organizing an arrest plan here. Look at all these lasers on this
You're
dude.
going to be fine, bud. We're going.
I tell you what, there's
don't do
one
it.
that's just on him.
Don't do it.
Deploy, 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 yell taser, something. Let's start doing stuff. Start doing stuff. You're letting him decide. Do not let him decide.
Launcher and less lethal.
Go now. Do it now. Do it now. Should have done it 30 seconds ago. Come on with it.
Nobody has
Bro, what?
guns. We're not going to do it. We need you to go our way. We have the right way to do this, but you've got to drop the knife. Please drop it. I'm asking
Also,
you so
man
we can help
catcher
you.
would work really well here.
Hell yeah.
Just kind of pin the guy. Get him. Tase him.
Drop the knife.
Tase him.
Down. He's down. Knife.
I don't know why they didn't try tasing him before that. I don't know that it would have changed the outcome, because it probably wouldn't have, but you gotta shit or get off the pot after a while. He's getting all this time to just work himself up. He's like 15 feet away. It's actually perfect taser distance. And if that shirt's not very thick, you gotta just...
You gotta try.
You gotta try.
Shit.
You gotta try. I had a crossbow boy. When I get my phone fixed, I'll show you guys crossbow. I had this very same scenario.
Alright.
And I was able to, by myself, technically, deploy the taser. It failed, and then I tackled him before he could pick up his crossbow to
Do you
shoot
need
us.
a cell phone repair place? Because I can give you one. You've been saying that for a year and a half.
I know, I have it. I just haven't
he
spent
sure
the money
has.
on it.
I think our first stream you said, let me tell you guys about Crossbow Boy.
Crossbow boy is a good story. I got good body cam footage of that too.
This place will be rocking today.
You got a winning championship team.
The Washington Redskins have an NFL championship.
NFL, please don't
Finding
sue
a
us.
ticket is almost unheard of.
In 1985, there was a waiting list for season tickets for over 25 years.
The 149th straight sellout.
To celebrate our new cable station, Flagship International Sports Television, we awarded several tickets.
We picked out 3,000 names to get free tickets to the Cincinnati Bengal Washington Redskin game.
This was a great day for anyone in Washington.
Today, from Robert F. Kennedy Memorial Stadium in Washington, D.C.
Man, that's so wild.
It's the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Washington Redskins.
TV used to be out
My name
of
is Howard
control.
Safer. My job in Week 15 of the 1985 season was to oversee a marketing operation to get people to come to the Washington Convention Center to get free tickets to the Cincinnati Bengal Washington Redskin game.
My name is Bob Leshorn. I was the CEO and general manager of Flagship International Sports Television, the hottest cable station in America.
Okay, we don't need to sell, okay?
Congratulations, Mr. Watkins.
My
We
name's
can't
Toby
subscribe
Roach.
to it anymore.
My responsibility was to usher in special guests that were attending the game that day.
My name is Herb Rutherford. I was behind the
Master ceremonies.
My name is Stacia Hilton. I was a Redskin cheerleader. Give them a big hug and get ready for the game.
There were approximately a little bit over 200 people that showed up, including the winners and their guests.
They were having a great time. People were cheering. I finally won something. You guys are the greatest. And they were just elated to be part of this inaugural function.
We'd like to welcome you to the Flagship International Sports Television inaugural celebration.
I'm not telling you just so it's
Hope had
more
been set,
fun.
and this was going to work.
Little did they know they would not be going to the game.
On behalf of Flagship
Oh no! Is this a warrant roundup?
Yes.
Oh my god!
My title in 1985 was Deputy U.S. Marshal.
I was Associate Director of Operations for the United States Marshal Service.
I was the Deputy Chief of the Enforcement Division.
I was the Chief Deputy United States Marshal for the District of Columbia.
I was Chief Enforcement Operations for the Marshal Service.
I was the United States Marshal for the District
They
of
still couldn't
Columbia.
handcuff even in the 70s.
Bro, they arrested so many people.
We had 119 extremely lucky individuals who, by chance, were all wanted on criminal warrants. In a massive sting, they won a trip to
That's
the DC jail.
wild.
All right, we get it. We're not gonna watch the last thing, but
I was like, "What am I watching?"
That
And then
was
I was
pretty
like,
funny.
"Oh no!"
bro, imagine if they did that with cowboys.
Bro.
You'd arrest every criminal
Just
in
in
DFW.
Arlington, dude. I was about to say in DFW, probably yeah, dude.
Innocent people who just were like trying to sneak in.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome though.
That's hilarious. That's pretty good. Whoa.
Get on your face. Get on the fucking ground. Get on your fucking face. Get on your face. Get on your fucking face.
I tell you what, he got bodied right there.
They killing me. They killing me. Roll the fuck over me. They killing me.
I've been here.
They killing me. Let me go.
Hey, shout out to that. Shout out to the contact officer. He's like, "Hold my rifle.
Yeah.
I gotta go arrest this guy." What's this guy wanted for?
Killing a kid.
Nice.
Hold on, I gotta say it. I gotta
Been
say
here.
I got it.
In a handcuffing position. Look at this handcuffing.
Yeah, that's quick.
Shout out.
Relax, man. All right, we got him secure. Relax.
Oh, bro, this body cam.
Relax.
Those are hinge cuffs.
Relax.
Hell yeah.
That way. Go. Oh, yeah. Go secure that whole area. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Everybody down there needs to be.
Pause it real quick.
He walked up from down there.
This was every arrest post
Yep.
March of 2020 for incredibly violent, aggravated assaults, murders, the whole nine.
Yeah.
Every single one. I'm not kind of triggered. I'm very triggered. Christian Halsey, thank you for the super chat. He gave us a good $4.99, which means that he has monetized the often unmonetizable stream. We're going to see how much this goes on for and how much I want to listen to. We're going to do the recovery position. Let's see it. These guys look pretty high speed, low drag.
Roll him on the side real quick.
Ah, recovery position.
Yeah, he may be on some drugs. I can't breathe.
He may be on drugs.
He may be on some drugs.
He's getting you up. He's getting you up.
I don't know if people
In 60 seconds?
I don't know if people know this or not, but if you're screaming, you're definitely breathing.
Hold on. We're gonna secure.
Oh, this was the guy that
It's down his leg.
sent you guys that one thing. Remember the reporter got shot and the kid got shot?
Oh, no
That's this
shit.
guy.
This is the guy?
Yeah.
Grab the knife out of my center console.
Yeah,
Fuck
he
that guy in
went
particular.
in Pine Hill, I
Hey,
guess.
Maxie, it's good to see you.
So he killed a 9-year-old girl and then that reporter,
Yeah.
and then
Someone else.
some other people got hit and were critically injured as well.
I'm gonna cut it off. It's in my center. It's
I loved the kick, personally.
right where my.
They told
Is
him
that
to
how they
get...
ended up on the ground?
Huh?
Is that how they ended up on the ground?
Yep.
I mean,
They told
that's,
him.
That's an expeditious way to do it.
They told
Yeah.
him several times to get on the ground, so...
That's a ask, tell, make. That's how it
Alright,
looks.
I've had enough of little screaming bitch here.
No.
Hey, Pam's not wrong though. If you do think somebody's having a episode due to some sort of intoxicant, Narcan's not a bad idea. A lot of police departments, I mean, they barely have IFACs, not to mention Narcan. But having some good medical training and getting and administering Narcan can be important. But he sounded a lot more like somebody trying to make a scene as opposed to somebody that was high. We don't know until we get toxicology. I do like that the officers quickly arrested him as opposed to doing the hokey pokey and, hey, get on the ground. And he doesn't, hey, please get on the ground, and like pleading with him. They just handled
I think
it.
they said it 3 or 4 times before they kicked him. So
100%. But like, yeah,
Gucci,
once
baby.
Once he's not going to comply, well, we tried. You know, we're clear uniform. We're uniformed officers in the immediate area of an offense, a pretty serious offense. He killed people.
Jesus, Retro.
Yeah.
It looks like what happened was he shot a woman. Then, like a couple of days later, the reporters were there covering the shooting of the woman.
And
so
he came back and shot
and
again.
Then, then shoots 2 other people as well, a girl and her mom.
Yeah.
The mom survived, the girl didn't. And then one
This
news
chat
reporter
is
didn't
getting
end
wild.
Spread retro is Jesus.
The video is extremely
Read Partner
disturbing.
Gamings.
We are not showing it tonight. Fox 2's Andy Banker reports
Oh
it
my
has
God.
people asking, what is happening in St. Louis?
The video shows
My
the victim
God.
sitting on the curb right around here. Police say he had already been shot. The gunman was standing over him right
I
around
saw
here.
this.
He appears to be
You put this in
reloading.
there.
The gun
Yeah.
went to the astonishment.
Oh, skip this
of the
one. I
person
shared
shooting
the actual footage.
He shot the
Did
victim
you?
in the
Don't be
head.
like me,
The
I just
video
have
has
links without
millions of
watching.
views
It's a tweet.
on Twitter. This is downtown resident Tiger Jackson.
You
seeing it
shared
for
a
the
tweet?
first time.
It was crazy, man. It was most definitely a tragedy. I
there.
heard.
I'll send it to
Police
you.
say the suspect is 20.
They don't show the footage because it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I saw the footage.
I should have it here. Give me a second. We'll
See,
go on to
I
the
don't-
next one.
I don't remember seeing a
A big
tweet
scare
in
for a
there.
DoorDash driver. When cops arrived on the scene, she had just one concern. She wanted to make sure her delivery got there. Here's Les Trent.
It's a special delivery. This DoorDash driver, who is 6 months pregnant, has just been in an accident on her way to deliver groceries and a steak dinner. And when cops get there,
Oh, I see it.
she asks them a very big favor.
I have DoorDash stuff in the car. Is there any way that you guys can deliver that for me?
23-year-old Brianna Fantozzi was okay. So was her 2-year-old daughter, who was in a car seat in the back.
Yeah, sure, I'll take it for you. What's the address? I hope they give you a good review. How much do we got in here?
The answer? A lot.
Here, I'll take that.
I just feel so bad.
The tow truck driver is going to have to wait till the groceries are transferred from one car to the police vehicle. Listen to what the officer tells dispatch.
They got a DoorDash that's got to go. So we're going to take it for him.
Off he goes, arriving at the DoorDash customer's home outside Detroit with a patrol car filled with her order.
You know how I knew this was Michigan? Those fucking Meyer bags.
The Meyer, it's me head.
Including
Me head.
made juice. Brianna had sent a text to her explaining she's been in an accident.
Hi, I got your DoorDash. I'm not sure if you saw what happened.
I did not.
Or wondering why the police
Really
are
silent.
delivering your
Yeah,
DoorDash.
she told me that. She got in an accident.
She got
And the
30
officer
marshals
wanted
with
to make
rifles all
one
show up in the
thing
door and
clear.
like arrest her, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Wait, what's your last name? That's what he said. What's your last name?
Yep. Is it?
So this is you can click view and it should show. This is the type of murders that we were dealing with. Warning, you've been pre-warned.
Big warning.
Big warning. This guy down here has already been shot once. And this guy's having an issue with his, I'm sure, very well-maintained firearm.
Yeah, there it goes.
And nobody can do anything about it because in this place, the CHL carriers aren't allowed to do anything. Also, law enforcement's a little too far
you
away.
just put a magazine in it and still trying
So this guy's at the mercy of some random dude.
Oh my god! He just fucking killed him.
It's the world we live in.
It sounded like a fucking. I said that was.
Anyways, we don't have to watch that again before we get kicked off the internet. The only reason I brought this up and I showed this kind of stuff is not a single city or building will burn for that. Not a one.
Nope.
No one's asking for justice for my guy. Nobody's concerned about it. This probably also isn't being circulated on major news networks. There are people that do not care about your communities. They only care about stirring you up and getting you frustrated so that they can sell you something or get your vote or whatever.
Hey, to be fair though,
Yeah.
be fair to that city, the I don't remember who exactly it was, but someone that is in some political position of power in that city just fired the district attorney because she wasn't arresting criminals.
Mhm.
So they're at least somewhat
Yeah.
trying to do something.
And so, the reason I bring this stuff up is community problems need to be solved by those communities. And whether that's empowering law enforcement to do it or empowering the citizens to do it is like, don't allow yourself to be co-opted by social media platforms or people with, and this is on both sides of the fence.
Or national conversations and narratives.
That's what I was going at. Yeah. Your community has very unique problems to yourself. Where I live doesn't have this issue, if that makes any sense. But there's places nearby where I live that do. Be looking for solutions that are unique to your set of problems in your community, and understand that not just your emergency responses, your medical response, your education systems, all of those things are the way that you solve those problems. You're paying so much in taxes. At least have those tax dollars work for you, not for some national narrative that's being played by one side or the other. It's important. Because if not, you're at the mercy of some crackhead trying to shoot you. It's worst case scenario.
That's why the Rams moved to LA.
Yep.
Couldn't take it there anymore.
That's wild that going to LA is a step up for you.
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yes, blank. It was Kim Gardner. Yeah, Attorney General.
Yep.
She's getting removed or was removed.
She was not great.
They need to get rid of Cori Bush next.
Yeah. Jay Maxey, it's good to see you, my dude.
Shout out.
Shout out, my dude. Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'll extra shout out for you. That's right. Bill's memories are better than mine sometimes.
Walk this way. Walk this way. Keep your hands out of your pocket.
Okay, that's non-compliance. No compliance. Not complying. Not complying.
Something in that hoodie.
Keep your hands up.
Dude.
Hey, Eric.
Not complying.
Keep your hands on the hood. I'm not going to tell you again.
Good command presence there.
Hey, 417 left pocket.
See, that's a 1,000-yard stare right there.
Hey, keep your hands in your pocket. Put them on the hood. I'm not going to tell you again.
That flat
Keep your
affect.
hands on the hood. Put your hands on the hood. I'm not going to tell you again. Keep your hands on the hood. 417 on the right pocket. Hey, I see the gun. You got a gun. Go reach where you can get shot. Okay, get on your knee.
No. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Damn, dude.
That's a hard situation.
No, you weren't.
You're not hit, right?
No one asked you to get on your knees, bro.
I'm not going to tell you again. Hey, brother. Keep your hands on the hood. We have a robbery. Right pocket. Hey, I see the gun. You got a gun. Go reach where you can get shot.
We don't need to watch it again. We get the idea.
It was very good command presence by the officers. I do like that. I understand to a certain degree the hesitancy to go hands-on when you know this guy's armed and he's not cooperating. I do like that contact officer recognized almost immediately this guy was not cooperating.
Yeah.
When you realize that just normal, hey, buddy, let me see your hands isn't going to work, that's when you get the, hey, motherfucker kind of conversation that you're supposed to have.
And it says he's a robbery suspect, so
that's kind of what I'm getting
all
at.
for the assertiveness.
Yeah, and you kind of have, and it's the one thing, and it's hard to know when it needs to be there and when it not to be, and that part of that's experience and part of that's whatever. But there's a lot of times where we spent a lot of time complaining today about like, hey, let's treat the situation with the due regard that whether it means, hey, like we yelled at these people to tase that one guy with a knife. You're just waiting and waiting, and they were afraid to escalate, and I understand why they were afraid to escalate. Because of the political climate that we're currently living in when it comes to law enforcement. But you at least need to try. In this specific instance, I don't know that you do that any better. This guy, multiple times after being instructed very specifically to keep his hands where they were at, he didn't want to do it. I mean, they saved themselves from that being at two-way range, in my personal opinion. There's no way of knowing. I'm sure they'll find the gun on him, and whether or not they'll be able to tie him to the robbery, I don't know. But free advice. If you're armed and you're dealing with law enforcement, what you probably should not be doing is anything that they're not telling you to do. Play the monkey see, monkey do game. Play Simon Says until you can get yourself out of that and go get yourself an attorney. Don't draw on a gun when it's already drawn on you. What's going on, Mr. Toast Star?
Regino.
Second Officer Bodycam.
Kick him. Kick him.
Shout out to the 1911.
Where's he at? All black?
I have 1911.
I do too.
Keep your hands
So
on
I'm
your
going
pockets.
to shoot it because Josh will take me to the range.
Come here.
I will take you soon.
Just keep your hands straight up. Just keep your hands up, dude. Not much. Just
Let's
keep your
be a
hands
little more assertive.
up. Hey, put that down.
Be a little more assertive.
Turn around.
Let me pull my pants up.
Turn around. Fold your fingers. Hey! Hey, stop! Put it down! Put it down!
Oh, yeah, he gets shot. Yep, that's.
Put it down! I got the radio. I got the radio.
What do you mean, no? Whoops.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you just exited another one.
No, that was another.
Okay.
That was like a next video. I don't know what it was, so.
Yeah, I think they kind of saw a threat. I think that they handled the first guy really, really well. The second guy, I don't know, you don't really have a detention on number 2. You do have the right to control your environment, so you can absolutely tell that guy to go back inside because that is your crime scene. If you have PC fist detention, you have a reasonable distance that you can control as your crime scene. Yeah, some guy walks outside and randomly reaches under something while you're in the middle of pointing a gun at somebody else. That's a clue. I think they addressed it appropriately, and it's unfortunate that it ended the way that it did, but at least these officers are slowly getting better at their jobs versus the beginning of this podcast was rough.
I think this one's one we've already seen.
Is it?
I super recognize. I remember.
Kind of looked familiar.
How much I liked that intro. It had the word baton. Yeah, this is the one where he hits him and then, yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we've done this one.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, they did get help from the community. Shout out for them. But we criticized them because like you probably didn't want to move her.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what injuries she's got and all that. So go back and rewatch
Hello.
every single one.
My
of
name
our
is
last
Captain
year now.
Kelly Muniz,
Hey,
commanding
it's
officer
Kelly.
of Media Relations
Again.
Division of the Los Angeles Police Department. This
What up,
critical
Manifold?
incident community briefing is
Shout out to the
intended to
studio.
provide you with information about an officer-involved
Thank you to
shooting
everybody who's dropped
that
likes. I
occurred in
appreciate it.
Southwest Division in the city of Los Angeles on July 18th, 2022 at around 7:35 p.m. You're about to see relevant video footage and learn about other evidence and police procedures related to the case so you can have a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know right now. The LAPD conducts very thorough use of force investigations, which typically require investigators to interview multiple witnesses, view numerous hours of video footage, and analyze a significant amount of forensic evidence. We are still at the very early stages of this investigation, which can often take up to a year to complete, and our understanding of the incident may change as this additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. We also do not draw any
We'll skip through
conclusions
this,
about
okay.
whether the officers acted consistent with our policies and the law until all
Guy with the black.
yeah, so take a call.
Show me body cam.
The officers got out of their to walk away using officer-involved video.
Watch the whole video.
Commercial.
Oh, there's the Axon commercials, buttholes.
Every time.
Hey, come here.
If they have reasonable suspicion for the stop, it's a good use of a
Take your
two-man
hands out of your
unit.
pocket, bro.
Unknown threat.
Take your hands out of your pocket, bro.
With an unknown threat.
Take your hands out of your pocket.
You've asked 3 times.
It's not a gun, bro.
He said it's not a gun, bro. Are we gonna go hands on or no?
Hey, drop it. 5-7, officer needs help. Shots fired, officer needs help.
This is a very calm officer needs help. Bronson and MLK. No surprise here.
Hey, stop reaching for it. Stop reaching for it. Stop reaching for it.
Let's secure this guy if we can. That door's not covered.
It's a lot of cops.
That's concealment. You got that jingling?
Yeah. That's a gun.
It's a gun.
Maybe.
Oh, I said it.
Maybe.
It looks like one.
Hey, drop it!
Okay. He gets shot.
Was he armed? Just curious.
Is there a second body cam from the other officer, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Partner officer.
He was in the possession of a handgun.
Get on the
Oh, they
fucking
believe to
What's
be
that in your
in
hand? What's that in your fucking hand? Oh,
It wasn't a gun.
Oh,
what
okay.
is? Bro, you sure that's not a gun? Huh? Hey, drop it! Drop.
Who shot first?
Says I think one of those guys. Maybe. It says it was a 6-inch black metal latch actuator.
I don't know what that is.
Me either.
Huh. So it wasn't even the suspect from the...
So the
shots fired
call was that there was someone armed with a black handgun. So.
Wow, that's shitty.
Yeah.
Looked like a vape to me, Pam. Look at that, eagle eyes.
What's that in your hand? What's that in your fucking hand? Oh,
It's hard to tell who shoots first, though.
you sure that's not a gun? Huh? Hey, drop it! Drop.
It wasn't. It wasn't one of them two. I think it was somebody in the car. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the reverse grip on the radio.
Right here. You got it.
Yeah.
Hey, stop moving! Stop reaching for it! Stop reaching for it! Get cover, guys! Get cover behind the car! Don't
This yoked up dude on the left here is 1911.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
I'm sure they'll show us a picture.
Nice
Maybe.
and slow. At the low ready, nice and slow.
Yeah, let's just start setting up a whole...
Hey, let's not sweep everybody's legs here with this low ready.
Investigators recovered a 6-inch black metallic latch actuator
fair.
at scene and booked it as evidence.
To be fair.
Petit was arrested for 2 outstanding felony warrants, obstructing, resisting an officer, and assault with a deadly weapon upon a police officer.
So he had already... That's why he resisted so much.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Although it would have all been a good idea to have police cut the... Yeah, I'm with you. Although being a cop as a backstop can't be a good feeling. What's going on here? Is that van a police vehicle?
Sure looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got blinking lights.
This is also from 2013, so who knows?
See him check that car real quick?
I think he doesn't believe it's a cop.
I do it if I want to.
I think it's an unmarked car.
That's a shady unmarked car.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe it was a cop either.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't believe by that.
Partner.
So it says county police versus state police.
Oh, so the cops from each other.
Yeah.
They fight?
Yeah.
This is my spot right here. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it.
This would be super easy to verify over the radio.
Maybe not in 2013.
Maybe, but you can't imagine they can't get a hold of dispatch, like their dispatch. Be like, hey, does somebody have somebody's?
Scumbag.
Well, if literally anybody was wearing a uniform.
Well, if they're unmarked, they're not going to be wearing uniforms.
I know, I'm just saying, that makes it easier to figure out.
But you would think if they had, like, a badge and a police ID.
Be quick. I don't know what the fuck.
Typical state cops.
Dude, this is wild.
Go fuck yourself.
He said it's a costume. Bro, he's getting roasted harder by these guys than... Bro, imagine being the suspect here. I'd probably drive off.
Scumbag.
If you didn't have your uniform on, I'd fucking wipe the street with you, bro. You pulled your gun on me. You said fuck the police, scumbag. You saw my ID. A police. What the fuck do I look like to you?
This is embarrassing for all parties.
This is really stupid. The whole thing is stupid. Wow. That whole thing was a big waste of time. Are we still talking? Bro, what are we doing here? I'd fire them all, to be honest. I'd fire them all. Anybody involved. The guy with the white shirt actually doing his job, looking at the fucking suspect vehicle, he gets to keep his job because he gets it.
Yeah.
These
I mean, you
other
literally
three
have a
idiots-
suspect right here.
Yeah,
They said
these
it
other
for
three
armed
idiots-
robbery, too.
Yeah.
Like,
These other three idiots get fired because their argument was more important than teen safety here. So stupid. He's gonna peel off. Wow. Wow.
dumb.
Can't watch that video. I
was dumb.
recognize that thumbnail. I was about to fight again.
That was dumb.
Yeah, we're finally getting subscribers, Josh. Don't get his banned again.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't move.
Been here before. Does that look like River Legacy to you?
Yes.
Hey.
You know what it looks like?
Huh?
That, remember that field we went in?
We're on the line at Fort Worth? Off
Yes.
Green Oaks?
Yes.
Bro, what is going on here? Shove her. Yes!
Oh!
Get on the ground.
What is going on here?
Roll over.
She high?
I have no idea.
What's the call text? I need context.
Deputy suffers panic attack while
You better
armed.
quit.
I mean,
You better quit.
I would hope he's armed.
Why are you running? What? Why are you running?
Because Mom told me.
Because Mom told me to.
What's your name?
We handcuffing? Look at this.
What in the world?
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't get this.
Roll over.
Is this EMS?
EMS, yeah.
Yep.
What?
One detained.
I guess, dude.
Roll over.
Okay.
Roll over and give me your hand.
I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, whoa.
Hell?
Did he just leave EMS there?
Yep.
Give me help. Shots fired. Give me help.
I don't get it.
What a
Got a guy with a gun.
Shooting at?
Give me some help. Shots fired.
The description was way too long.
Let me see if I can find it. See if there's anything important in there.
I'm sure there is, but
You better show me your hands.
Are we just gonna leave EMS in your foreground there? Or are we gonna protect EMS? Or just tell EMS, fuck that lady, just go, dude. Shout out to the Stones on those guys, though. They're like, fuck that, we're keeping this bitch detained. What are we doing here? Oh my dude.
Don't do it.
Step out and show me your hands.
Don't do it.
Do it now.
That dog's not better. That dog's like, this guy sounds so crazy. I'm out.
Thing. Walk over here. Walk over here. Do it now.
Look at the command presence of
Get out
EMS
here.
here, dude.
Get the on the ground. Get away from there. Get the on the ground. Get the on the ground. You better keep your hands where I can see them.
Or hey, let's not point
Ooh.
guns at people.
Ooh.
You
Let's
stay the
be.
on the ground. You keep your
This
hands
chick.
where I can see them.
What is going on here, dude?
So it looks like the EMTs called the deputy to come out and help because
she's being combative or what?
Well, no, there was a woman who had asked for help because she said she had experienced abuse from her landlord, et cetera, et cetera. She said she'd likely need law enforcement to investigate the matter, so they just called law enforcement.
They dispatched one? Damn.
Well,
County,
and then
dude.
while she was there, she told the deputy she fell several times and her daughter took her phone and charging cord and also her purse. And so she described that as a theft. And so I believe this is the daughter that they were chasing after for the stolen purse because it had like her pay medications, bank card, etc.
So they shouldn't be making an arrest by herself, to be
I've got
honest.
him on the ground at gunpoint. I don't know what he did with it, but
And
he's on
they
the
saw
ground.
while she was describing all this stuff, they saw Tina Cody, who's this chick, and said she was climbing through the fence and preparing to flee on foot. Told her not to run and stop where she was, but she refused and ran through the field.
You keep your hands
And
where I
that's
can
when
see
he
them.
chased
You
after
better
her.
not move.
He said that he suspected her of having a warrant out that was not related to the current incident. And then I think that's where we
I
started.
just want to know who he shot at.
Well, you just stay put.
I'm trying to find out too. Oh, here we go. The deputy said that while the EMT helped him detain Cody, he heard a male voice coming from a short distance behind him yell, "I've got a gun, motherfucker."
That's what I heard.
He turned and noticed a white male suspect who was later identified as Tina Cody's boyfriend. And he said he was pacing wildly the trailer. He aimed an object at the deputy. There appeared to be a firearm in his hand. The deputy said he immediately fired his gun 7 times in defense of my life. So I guess the deputy shot first?
I guess.
All right, then.
He did shoot 7 times, so.
He did. I thought that he got shot at first, though. It's one of his gunshots. He started firing back.
Hold it together, man. Hold it together.
Oh, that's not
Together,
good.
man. Come
That
here.
is not good.
Hold it together, man. Hold it together. Hold it together. Look at me.
Damn, EMT's got to talk you down.
Give me your gun.
Give me your gun.
Give me your gun. Open
Give
the
me.
outside. Give me your gun. Give me your gun. Let go of it. Let go of it. Don't move.
Oh my god!
This is the most base.
Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a man crush, dude.
Just calm down, man. Don't move.
This is the most base.
What?
Easy, man. Calm down.
Bro, look at how steady his hand is. He's talking this guy down. I'll tell you what, the EMT that's been hands-on this whole time,
Don,
give that man a raise.
watch yourself. Okay, I need you over here now.
Let's also move this chick
I
somewhere.
got him. Todd, over here now.
Bro,
This cop's gone.
5 to
dude.
10 years ago, they were built different.
They were built very different.
It's okay. It's just a stressful situation. It's okay.
Oh my god!
This guy's my hero.
Todd, I'm okay. I'm okay. You okay?
Base TMS, bro. I want to give this man a shirt.
Okay. I swear.
I don't know, they should be giving him his gun back,
Keep your
but
hands up.
again, he said he's okay, but
10-4.
Bro, he had a whole ass meltdown right there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Certified G.
coming on the right.
I think it's another EMT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love how there's more EMS here than there is cops.
Yeah, dude. Nah, dude, he doesn't need that gun. I'm gonna
Nope.
be honest.
He sure doesn't. I don't know what he's doing.
This left hand's making me very nervous. The way he just keeps like Doing this with it.
I'm standing over here in the field.
Great directions, thank you.
Got the girl detained in handcuffs, and I'm standing out here in the field. We've got the one guy on the ground, Robin standing in the doorway.
In my hand, I don't know, man. Okay, let's not low ready. Let's please be careful about the
Stop pointing it at the EMT, my God.
Where I can see him.
Did he just give handcuffs to the EMT?
Probably.
Is Mr. Based gonna go? Oh my God.
I think so. The city better give that EMT an award.
He's taking him into custody. Oh. Get the fuck out. What an animal. Can we not point a gun at these now 40? Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Can you help them with the arrest? Maybe?
No.
Probably better not, right?
I don't think you can help with much of anything right now.
His hands are numb. Yeah, probably. What happens?
He's right there.
I blessed the low ready here. Oh, he holstered up. Bro, this is not for you, my dude. This is not for you. I guess he's here to observe at this point.
I mean,
he's a cameraman at this point. That's all he is.
Oh boy.
So,
But yeah, I'm not sure. I can't find anything that says he was shot at. He just saw a guy that he thought had a gun and shot at him.
That's rough.
And it doesn't confirm whether he did or didn't have a gun either.
No one's thought of using cover. Maxley gets it. What happens a lot of times when you get into fight or flight, your body will take all of your blood and move it towards your internal organs because it believes you're dying. The whole purpose of fight or flight is it believes you're in a life-threatening situation. You will possibly shit yourself. There's a lot of other reactions you can have. Everyone's reaction is a little bit different. Yeah, to having what you believe is a life or death situation. A lot of this is why I'm a big proponent of high-stress academies and high-stress field training scenarios and stuff like that. Why, when Bill said, get your rookie into as much bullshit as possible, because once he's by himself and he has to go start making big boy decisions, this might happen.
Yeah. Fuck.
I mean, like,
dude.
Imagine if he had ND'd into an EMS guy there.
I mean,
imagine if the guy didn't. Oh my God. I don't know, man.
Fuck.
Anyways, cops are the batting average is not great for this
28th,
no.
2022. An officer
I'm sure Code Blue Cam will
when
fix
they
it
observed
for
a
us, so.
speeding silver vehicle in Genoa City, Wisconsin. They
City.
attempted to catch up to the vehicle as it was traveling 70 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour zone. The driver of the vehicle was later identified as 34-year-old Brittany Anderson. After Brittany illegally passed another car, the officer observed her pull into the parking lot of an apartment complex and strike 4 parked cars.
How many back tattoos do you think she has?
At least 3.
Juan's out here being savage.
27-4, I got a high-risk stop.
As the officer had her at gunpoint, they waited for backup to arrive before performing a high-risk stop.
Let me see your hands!
It'd be team using your takedowns, your spotlight. Good time to use a spotlight.
She's also probably got like some saying and feathers on her forearm.
Negative, I got the subject at gunpoint.
Opened on the ankle.
Waiting to do a high risk.
For sure. It depends on how old she is.
Yeah.
With your right hand, turn off the vehicle!
I tell you what,
Driver! With your
crushing
right hand, turn off
this is
the
exactly
vehicle!
how the textbook would tell you how to do it.
When
Wait for
Brittany was
backup
ordered
and
to
hang
shut
out.
off her vehicle, she closed the door and proceeded to drive onto the sidewalk and grass of the apartments.
Driver! 2704, driver swing. Driver's taking off through the field,
Okay,
heading on
she's
Main, westbound.
She's in her car. Use your car. That's a write-up.
Yeah.
Is she going around to try to catch her on the other side? Bro, great orientation skills.
About to turn west on Main.
Crushed it. Look at her.
At that point, the officer lost visual of her and returned to the crash scene as residents of the apartment complex were awakened by the incident.
Vehicle fled from 770 Main Street. Put through the parking lot, unknown travel.
Do you recognize that NPC?
Sure do.
Bloomfield that was heading towards west, believed to be a Chevy Malibu, no 28. There should be extreme front end damage.
80 degrees in your car, god dang.
Yeah.
I don't know if the fire department can do anything with it, but...
Alright.
Calm down with the heater.
Yeah.
The vehicle's gonna be missing a
Damn.
bumper.
About 15 minutes later,
I
a
would
Walworth
be
County Sheriff's
pissed.
deputy located a vehicle matching the description of the suspect that fled. The deputy attempted a traffic stop on her again, but she continued to flee.
Oh, same chick.
Station Lot 3 is closed. Lot 3 is closed for high-risk stop. 0058.
546 vehicle's not yielding. It's going to be a silver Mazda, I believe.
Okay, copy. Silver Mazda. Copy. Eastbound Highway B, 30 miles an hour.
While the initial
Recognize the
officer
door
was
chime?
gathering the crash victim's information, they overheard via radio traffic the deputy locating Brittany.
Here, I'll be right back. I'll be right with you.
She goes, oh hell no, I'm getting this chick.
I'll be right back.
What's going on?
2704, I'm approaching.
I tell you what, Ford does one thing well, and it's engine noise. What are we doing? Stop sticks?
Yep. I got sticks set up.
One of the things I didn't get to do as a patrol officer. Regrets.
Stay in your position.
Did our traffic units have them?
I think so, dude.
He's kind of fluctuating.
I know none of us did, though.
No,
Patrol.
none of us, no.
I copy. I'm ready.
I said, you got cars, use them.
You got an ambulance in front of you now.
Ambulance.
I copy. I got the spikes ready. Oh.
I couldn't tell by the lights and
I
sirens.
would have seen the lights, but it's all good, dude.
That's his comment. He's not mad.
I'm trying to figure out the thing.
2704, I'm going to be setting up spikes at the PD.
Warrior, it's good to have you back.
Spikes are in place.
It's like a 5 mile per hour pursuit.
2704, vehicle stopping.
Push that
Eventually,
car.
Brittany stopped and deputies conducted a high-risk stop.
Oh my god.
46. If you hit the spikes, he's not stopping.
He's got that Leo
Negative.
tech.
Stopped right before the spikes. Setting up high risk.
Look at that. Gotta take down my guy.
Turn the vehicle off. Driver. Turn off the vehicle. Throw the keys out the window. Let's go. Do it now.
Do it now. I like that.
Driver, shut off your car. Do it now.
Announcements suck, dude. Being on announcements duty was the worst.
That was never us because we had rifles.
That's true. I was never us, to be honest.
He's not responding.
I recognize that pro
She complied initially, but then turned her vehicle
switch.
back on. She continued to drive off, striking the officer's stop sticks in the process, and nearly hitting a deputy.
He's starting the car back up. He's heading north. Motherfucker.
fair. That's
Fair. Probably still right up, but
yeah.
It was a nice foregrip.
I'm gonna try to block the vehicle in.
Hey man, shitter got the pot.
Don't cut him off.
He said, "Don't cut him off." Lame. That's
Passing
an
the way
unbased
station
supervisor.
right now. Looks like he's about to park. No traffic. Speed's about 25 miles an hour.
This is good. Pit that car.
Turning into the way station.
Several assisting agencies were able to close in on Brittany, but she still managed to escape.
2704 vehicles boxed in.
I copy vehicle boxed in.
Gotta be drunk or
Come on,
something.
Walker.
Block that car.
Lame, dude.
It's not gonna go very far off
Even
road,
if she
but...
hits you, it's like 3 miles an hour.
Pam's got it. Maxie, I was thinking the same thing.
We're heading
It's nowhere near a deputy, but...
to the Wisconsin border.
Sergeant George.
The officer advised that they would be executing a pit maneuver on her vehicle.
There it
and
is.
was able to get it to spin and come to a stop.
I'm pit certified.
You want to move up to this? We'll move over.
Based.
Do it.
She says, "I'm pit certified."
2704 attempting pit.
She said, "Bring that ass."
Gently pit that car. Hey, look how gentle
That's a good pit.
That was a great pit.
2704 successful pit.
Keep your hands up.
Right behind you, priest.
Step out. Step out.
Front of that car.
Brittany.
Step out.
Oh, Brittany.
Brittany's getting ripped out that car. To be honest. Let's turn off our siren, pretty priest.
Like on my person, no.
Meth. Wear gloves.
Yep, I'm good.
Nice pit.
Thanks.
That's good shit.
What's that? That's her squat's going to be toast, so someone's going to need to transport her.
Yeah, we'll take care of her. Just get her in the squad. Where's your car?
I don't know if I...
You think it's drivable or?
Yeah, I was driving it. I just don't know.
Hey, shout out to her. She did a pretty good job with all this.
Yeah.
A little damage. Cool.
Good pit. It was a good stop.
I would think we'd probably want to get State Patrol involved. Just because we're kind of involved and
to work the accident.
Involved.
Yep.
I don't know how much damage she has, so I don't know if she's not going to be able to transport.
It sounds like.
How is she not in a patrol car yet, my dude?
No idea.
I got a spot on the right here. Unless you want to do 126. Either 126 or 127.
It's your guys' car.
Who's 126? You mind if we put her in your car?
Put her in a car. Search incident to arrest?
It would look like
to the visual.
It's a hit and run.
Go ahead and sit.
According to, what did they charge her with?
I found it going. We didn't have a solid. City. Out of the car.
Area at all.
What county are you from?
I'm from a different state entirely.
Which state?
I don't know if I'm comfortable talking about it right now.
Okay, I'm not trying to
I know.
identify you or anything.
No. That's not even that. I just don't want to talk about it right now. That's all.
Okay.
I just don't feel.
Okay, so to kind of put you in like a geographical estimate for where
I
you
don't
are.
have...
This guy. Let's get her name and date of birth and let's be done with it.
What's that like? Are we north?
So we're southeast Wisconsin right now. I'm gonna close the door. I
Wisconsin?
Can see
Cool.
I'm
Sorry.
It's not very helpful.
Go ahead and get the belt.
They taking her out of cuffs? What are we doing?
I'm trying to figure out who you are.
Open from the front?
It was on my bone. Sorry. That's all.
We're trying to figure out who you are.
Well, it's like a belt.
Almost your date of
That
birth.
they, that's weird. I've never seen that.
The birth for.
Because we must not.
It's.
Police department.
It seems like a
using
thing that they do whenever you're on trial.
Yeah. Those county boys probably had them.
She was transported to a local hospital for a legal blood draw and to perform standardized field sobriety tests.
Surprised they waited that long.
To your side. Okay, do you understand the test?
They had a lot of fucked up patrol cars.
That's true.
1,000 like that.
Yes.
2, 1,000.
Failed that too.
1,000 like that. 4, 1,000. 5.
The points. 6.
Brittany was charged with 2 felony counts of vehicle fleeing, eluding an officer, which she was later found guilty of.
Good.
She also received OWI,
Yep.
first offense, along with several other citations totaling over $3,500. Ultimately, her sentence was withheld, and she was placed on probation for 4 years.
Who's surprised?
Okay. People are wild, man. We're almost there. Then we're gonna do some after party stuff.
At least that cop kind of made up for some of these other cops.
Agreed.
Electric. That's
Welcome to Audit the Audit, where we sort out the who and what and the right and wrong of
I like
police
this guy.
interactions. This episode covers assault, kidnapping, and littering, and is brought to us by Auditors of
Okay.
America, Last Days of Freedom's channel. Be sure to check out the
Last
description
Days
below
of
and give
Freedom.
them the credit
That
they
sounds
deserve.
pretty dramatic.
On Sunday, December 11th,
If you're littering in
2022,
Texas,
First
it's
Amendment
felony
Auditor
offense.
Jeremiah Payne, who had
No.
recently lost his
No.
apartment and was living out of a motel with his family,
What if
was
you're
just
making up
shopping
commercials
for
growing up,
walking through the
Josh?
Springfield,
Don't
Tennessee
mess with
neighborhood
Yeah, there's
with
those
his
signs.
5-year-old
Don't mess with
daughter when the
Texas.
Yeah,
family
everywhere.
accidentally dropped
It's on
a
our
bag of
license
candy
plates, I
belonging to
think.
Mr. Payne's daughter
It's
in front
everywhere.
of the home of Metro
I have it
Nashville
tattooed on
Police
my
Department
chest.
Detective William
Oh, here's that
Thorogood,
guy.
who was off duty. Detective Thorogood, believing that the bag of candy was trash,
Did we see this one
informed
last
the family
week?
that he was a police officer, flashed his badge,
I
and
don't
asked
know.
them to pick up the bag. The
I
family
don't
picked
remember
it
this.
up.
I don't think
Mr.
so.
Payne asked
Really?
Detective
I remember
Thorogood
this
for his
one.
name
Maybe
and
I
badge
watched it
number,
by
then
myself.
pulled out his phone and began to record.
I have no friends.
Yeah, because Josh won't take you to the range.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
What the f are you doing? Sir. Let go of my phone,
What is he
man.
doing?
Sam! Take my phone!
Told him stop recording, and then
Hey,
In a public place?
Hey, we're homeless.
You ain't a
on a
cop,
public
And we're
street.
just walking.
Show me your bag.
I believe he had told him he wanted him out of his
And I
neighborhood
didn't
or
do
something
nothing.
dumb
All
like
I did
that.
was pass you me.
Too bad.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And the guy started.
Is this
recording
over
him.
littering?
Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah, because the little girl dropped something like a candy wrapper or something.
How dare
And he
she?
got mad about it. Yeah. And then they were like, "Oh, thank you for letting us know. We'll pick it up." And they went to pick it up, and he told them like, "Get out of my neighborhood."
What is wrong with you, dude?
Let's just go.
Officer Thorogood orders Mr. Payne to put his hands behind his back, then
No.
throws
People
him
like
to the
this shouldn't
ground
be
and puts
cops.
his knee on his neck, holding him down for several seconds. According to Section 39-13-101
Gets assault?
of the Tennessee Code, quote,
That'll
a
be
person
assault?
commits assault who intentionally, knowingly,
Yep.
or recklessly causes bodily injury to another, intentionally or knowingly causes another to reasonably fear imminent bodily injury, or intentionally or
That fits.
knowingly causes physical contact
the
with
detective.
another.
I'll also
to
say
a
it would
reasonable
be
person, the
unlawful
contact
restraint
is
too
extremely
here,
offensive
probably.
or provocative.
'Cause he's
Likewise,
preventing his
Section
movement.
39-13-102 of the Tennessee Code states that, quote, a person commits aggravated assault who intentionally or knowingly commits an assault as defined in Section 39-13-101, and the assault results in serious bodily injury to another, results in the death of another, involve the use or display of a deadly weapon, or involves strangulation or attempted
Pretty common across
strangulation.
the board
While
in
simple
America.
assault is a misdemeanor in Tennessee, aggravated assault is a felony offense. Although it is quite clear that Officer Thorogood's attack on Mr. Payne constituted a misdemeanor assault, as he did not have the probable cause necessary to conduct a lawful arrest, his
Insane,
conduct
dude.
probably did not rise to the level of aggravated assault under the legal
Agreed.
definition in Tennessee. Section 39-11-106 of the Tennessee Code defines bodily injury broadly as including,
skip this,
quote,
yeah.
a cut, abrasion,
I'm
bruise,
just curious to
burn, or
see how this-
disfigurement, and physical pain.
No, don't go.
So the cop is a detective.
I'm not being detained.
He should know better.
Yep.
Cops should also know better.
You assaulted me, dude, and it's on video.
I need an officer at 400.
Get
Yes,
back!
I was assaulted.
Okay. I don't want your dad to go to jail either. So.
He's being very disruptive.
Oh, because he just attacked me.
You might have to stop. It's not worth it. Let's just go.
My name's Will.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably
Away
leave.
from me. Stay away from
I'm
me.
petty. I actually wouldn't be in
No,
the
we're
situation
leaving.
in the first place.
No,
but-
you're not
You're
going
Right.
not a cop to detain me.
Wait for the police officers.
You are not a cop. Hey, he's trying to kidnap me. Help!
Yeah,
Help!
He's trying to say I'm trying to kidnap him now.
He's trying
You
to
letting
hold
him
me
leave?
against my will.
After allowing Mr. Payne to stand up, Officer Thorogood calls 911 and repeatedly informs Mr. Payne that he is detained and cannot leave.
That is
In
kidnapping,
response,
yeah.
Mr.
That'd be
Payne
kidnapping.
claims that Officer Thorogood is attempting
He was
to
fired
kidnap him.
good.
Under
He should have
Section
seen charges, to be honest.
39-302
Yeah, false
of the
imprisonment.
Tennessee
This is
Code,
unlawful
quote,
restraint in
"A
Texas.
person commits the offense of false imprisonment who knowingly removes or confines another unlawfully so as to interfere substantially with the other's liberty." And according to Section 39-13-303, quote, "Kidnapping is false imprisonment under circumstances exposing the other person to substantial risk of bodily injury." Additionally, Section 39-13-301 explains that, quote,
This is why I like
"Unlawful
audit the audit.
means,
They get
with
into it.
respect to removal or confinement,
Elements
one
of
that
the
is accomplished
offense,
by
baby.
force, threat, or fraud." Here, it is possible that a court could convict Officer Thorogood of false imprisonment or kidnapping for illegally detaining Mr. Payne, particularly because he did
official
employ
oppression
force
might
at the
also
beginning
work.
of the encounter. However, a court could also determine that Officer Thorogood's actions constituted the offense of official oppression, which Section 39-16-403 of the Tennessee Code defines as, quote, "A public servant acting under color of office or employment who intentionally subjects another to mistreatment or to arrest, detention, stop, frisk, halt,
Oh, it's
search,
official oppression
seizure,
here, yeah. Same thing.
dispossession, assessment, or lien
That's a
when the public
felony.
servant knows the
Most
conduct is
places.
unlawful, or intentionally denies or impedes another in the exercise or enjoyment of any right, privilege, power, or immunity
fits this
when the public
perfectly.
servant knows the conduct is unlawful." Likewise, Section 39-16-402 of the
Bro,
Tennessee Code explains the crime
he goes
of
in it.
official misconduct, stating that, quote, "A public servant commits an offense
Keep
who,
going. What
with
happens?
intent to obtain a benefit."
Here's some
There are
Googles.
certainly arguments.
I was actually being really nice to him and his wife and asked him to just pick it up and go. And then he starts filming me and yelling at me. So I approached him and we got in a little tussle.
It's all on video, don't lie, because they're going to
It's
see
all
it.
on video. I don't want to prosecute or anything like that. I really just wanted to leave. I ain't trying to turn this into like a YouTube thing or, you know, whatever. He's
Too
like
bad.
a good guy. What's that?
That's one of those things it's gonna be.
Is it like a website they use or something? Okay. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Just let him do it. But...
Hands out of your pockets.
If you want to go back in your driveway, I'll talk to him.
Yeah. Alright, sounds good.
Get your hands in your pockets.
All because I pulled my phone out and asked him for his name and badge number.
I'm not joking.
And
He said
you
he
can
was
see
a
on the
cop.
video, he charges at me, throws me to the ground.
He said
right there
you're
in
under
their
arrest.
driveway.
I'm putting you in handcuffs. Danny Penn said he was going to have you arrested and taken to jail, and I'm like,
So I want to
for
press
what?
charges on him. I have it on video.
Is he really a
Would you
cop?
like to see it?
And I don't think you should.
Yeah, we were coming from Walmart.
I'm just trying to go to the grocery store.
Sorry, I'm
if
kind of
it's
shaky
never
because I was just,
not excitement. I swear.
Understandable.
You don't have to apologize.
Dang, he watches it.
Kinda
I do like
have
these.
to.
I do like these officers' demeanors. Oh, 100%. I'm just saying I like that he's like taking the time to actually look.
Just sit tight, okay? Just stand over here. If you guys want to grab your stuff.
Okay.
But they weren't on his property when he did. People for no reason.
I mean, I'm going to believe that dude over.
I'm just saying that being an
I don't care what the video says.
It's a bad cop.
cop or not.
It's a bad cop.
Well,
Didn't know any better?
yes, he does. He's a cop.
Detective doesn't know any better?
You guys weren't on his property at the time that he just attacked them.
I don't blame him.
What?
Listen,
Then you're fired too.
regardless, he should
Bro,
know
she's
if
doing the
he
most
recorded
right now. I'm
something
here
that
for
goes
it.
in there, and they weren't on your property when he just attacked them.
I'm going to get out of here.
Officers Ricardo Brown
should.
and Alyssa Gianantonio
Wow.
of the Springfield Police Department respond to Officer Thorogood's call, and eventually, Officer Begley also arrives on the scene. Officer Gianantonio explains the situation to him, and despite the fact that Mr. Payne has the incident on video, Officer
phone?
Begley says he believes Officer Thorogood over Mr. Payne. Officer Gianantonio reminds him that
So why is that guy
Thorogood
there if
attacked
he wasn't
Mr.
part of
Payne
this
on a
That's what I was gonna
street
say,
and has it
yeah.
all on video.
Also, she did him kind of dirty leaving her body camera on talking about that. That's kind of fucked.
I will say this though. This is kind of a straightforward, like this investigation. I don't even know why I'd consult that guy. To be honest,
Well,
if
because it
you
was
and
a
I were on
cop.
this co-
It was a cop that called, so of course everybody's gonna show up.
Sure,
But like,
I guess you're
but
right.
don't go over there with your body camera on and
Bro,
let this
yeah,
guy
that guy
bury himself.
yeah, that guy's
Let him
Like-
bury himself.
also should be
I
gone.
like it.
Yeah, also should be gone. Yeah, there's no room
Yeah,
for that.
and Officer Begley decides to leave the scene.
Can you go back to the beginning? I know you said you saw him
So
walking
he was
in.
they left trash on the corner house, pushed the cart around here. I was in my kitchen area. And they threw a giant bag of trash right here in my front yard. So I came out and said, "Hey guys, please, I need you to pick up the trash."
That's not illegal. Also,
Came over and they gave me a
can't
bunch
make
of
them leave a
litter,
public
so that's
access.
why I
Nope.
showed my badge and I said, "Guys, I'm police. police. I need you to get out. That's when he started filming me, and you guys picked up there. I'd like to charge him or prosecute him at this point if he wants to make a big deal, but I really just want him to leave the neighborhood.
Charge him with
You're
what?
allowed to be walking on the public road. I mean,
Agreed.
It's not like a gated community.
Yeah, but it's littering is a crime too. Yeah, I know. He's homeless. He gets his right, but.
Officer Thorogood states he'd like to prosecute Mr. Payne if he wants to,
For
quote, make a big
The
deal
littering
about
ticket?
it, although he really just wants him to leave the neighborhood. And when Officer John Antonio points out that Mr. Payne and his family are allowed to be on a public street, Officer Thorogood argues that littering is also a crime. Under Section 39-14-405 of the Tennessee Code, quote, a person commits criminal trespass if the person enters
female cop
or
was awesome.
remains
I
on
agree, Pam.
property or
She's
any
crushing it.
portion of property without the consent of the owner. According to the official property lines, as shown on the Tennessee Comptroller of the Treasury's
It's a big
website,
neighborhood.
Officer Thorogood has no ownership interest in the streets, which unsurprisingly appear to be public property. Therefore, Mr. Payne and his family were well within their rights to walk on the street and did not have to comply with Officer Thorogood's demands that they leave the neighborhood simply because he did not want them there. As for Officer Thorogood's argument about littering, according to Section 39-14-502 of the Tennessee Code, quote, a person commits littering who knowingly places, drops, or throws litter on any public or private property without permission and does not immediately remove it. Although mitigated criminal littering, which Section 39-14-503 of the Tennessee Code defines as, quote, littering in an amount less than or equal to 5 pounds in weight or 7 1/2 cubic feet in volume, is a Class B misdemeanor. Here, not only did Mr. Payne and his family unknowingly drop the
He literally told us.
If you want to talk with him, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to try to talk him again and see if he can probably just let it go, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
While Officer John Antonio
Nah, bro.
explains to a higher-ranking officer on the phone that she may need to make an arrest if Officer Brown fails to do so, Officer Brown tells Officer Thorogood that he will file a report and that they can both talk to Mr. Payne to see if he's willing to, quote-unquote, let it go.
No, dude. That's not your job.
Okay. Jeremiah, Detective William Thorogood with Metro Police. Okay?
Don't give a shit.
All right. I'm not trying to hurt you. Don't want to scare you. I'm really sorry for the confrontation I had in front of your child. Okay? I feel really bad about that, and I just want to apologize to you. So I am sorry for upsetting you.
You how much this guy's shaking.
So
Yeah, because she's never going to forget that now, and she's going to look at cops as pieces because of you.
you're absolutely right.
Agreed.
Taking that into consideration. Let me just swallow my pride here and say I apologize for upsetting you and your family. Okay?
It's
Okay?
hard to
I just didn't like the litter in my yard. That's all. That's all.
She didn't mean to drop it, but to go to that.
You don't apologize for how you made people feel. You apologize for your actions.
Let me also point out that let's change this and let's say that he's the victim of domestic assault. Would you let the suspect try to apologize? Would you let any of this happen if this was a domestic or an aggravated assault or a robbery? Or...
I mean, it was still an assault, technically.
That's what I'm getting at.
Pretty close.
But
I mean, by the
like,
letter of the law.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is like, would you allow this to occur if you're the officers involved and responsible for this investigation? I tell you what, I would not.
Extent,
I want to apologize.
because I
Too
pulled
damn
out
bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to post
Wow.
the video, though. I mean,
That's your legal right. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. Yes, sir.
After Officer Thorogood apologizes, Mr. Payne agrees not to pursue charges, and he and his family continue on their way. Later, in
They
an
can
interview
choose
with
to do
James
so for up to
Freeman's
2 years.
YouTube channel, which has also covered this interaction, Mr. Payne alleged that after he stopped filming, Officer Thorogood put $80 in cash in his pocket and asked him not to post the video. However, Mr. Payne still decided to post the video
Damn.
that same day and has since posted several update videos to his YouTube channel. On Monday, December 12th, the day after the encounter, Officer Thorogood self-reported the incident to his supervisor, and he was
I bet he did.
decommissioned and placed under administrative investigation as a result. As of the date of this episode, no further updates on this investigation have become available. 2 days after the incident, Mr. Payne went to the DA's office to initiate criminal charges. On January 18th, 2023, a grand jury heard the case against Officer Thorogood for 2 counts of felony aggravated assault, but declined to indict on both charges. According to an update video posted on his YouTube channel, Mr. Payne intends to pursue civil legal action against the Springfield and Nashville police departments. Overall, Officer Thorogood gets an F for attempting to arrest Mr. Payne for asking for his
If there
name
was a
and badge
lower
number
score,
and
dude, I would give it to him. That was fucking awful, dude. Oh my god, this stresses me out. Okay, we got time for. Oh, we can finish this. It's 9. We're doing good. We're crushing it, dude. Bill
It's 9:10.
10. Yeah, but all I'm saying is Bill is driving the ship and it's going efficiently. Shout out to this guy.
Also,
Crushing it.
I don't care what any of you say in the comments. If I showed up to a call to have a conversation with someone, not that I'm going to say, say the same shit that guy said.
Yeah,
but you mute your body cam when you're just talking to cops.
So the other thing is you got to understand that conversation's not material to the investigation itself, and so it's kind of the reason why. Because and I'll give him. I don't give two shits about the cop, to be 100% honest, and he shouldn't have said what he said, and fuck him for saying it. Right. The reason why we're saying
it's his karma for getting caught on camera at this point. 100%, for saying
that's
such a stupid fucking thing.
And he's getting out of it, and I believe he got a pee-pee whack for it, which he deserved, right?
I'm sure.
But him stating that is not illegal. It's not whatever. He's not responsible for the investigation. Shows that he's kind of a shitty cop, let's be honest, right? And so if you're the tax-paying person, you probably want that officer to have disciplinary action.
Oh, yeah. But he was not part of the initial investigation, so there's no reason for him to be on body camera.
Agreed. And then the second part of this is what I'm getting at, and why Bill's, if let's say I was working a domestic assault, right? And I go to have a completely personal conversation on the side, and I just happen to explain the situation to Bill. And Bill's like, yeah, fuck that. That sounds annoying as shit. That could be seen as something that's all he's saying is if you are not having a police interaction, why leave your body cam running if there's nothing happening? That's kind of what we're getting at. We say a bunch of egregious shit. Like I've referred to people as quitters when it comes to,
certain calls,
things I can't, certain calls I can't say online, right? But that's part of that's a coping mechanism, and part of that's you have no idea what this guy just came off of, right? Or what situation you just left. So unless it's a specific investigation, you got to be careful with it.
I'm with Sweeper. I forgot about the other video. Those two cops were supposed to fight.
That's so funny.
Pam, they're allowed to mute their body cameras when it has nothing to do with the investigation.
Yeah, it's basically like if you're not, because really it's also like it's not part of the investigation stuff. If you're interviewing a person, if the police are interviewing with a person that they're detaining, then yes, your body cam has to be on and everything. But if I'm going to go do something that's not related to it, I don't have to have the audio on. I don't have to.
That's a great example of A, not showing up to a call that you have nothing to do with, and B, not having such a shitty fucking, I'm going to protect all cops at all costs.
Yeah, that's really stupid. I say fuck that guy. I would have charged him, to be 100% honest, and I wouldn't have talked the guy out of trying to charge him. And I fuck that. I was like, you decided to be a dumbass. Have fun. That is not a me problem. Because you know what? I did never do that when I was a police officer. And I wouldn't do it now. That's fucking stupid. The whole interaction was stupid and completely unavoidable if that guy wasn't a dumbass. I wish he got charged, and I wish he got arrested that day. But that being said, it wasn't my call to make. Nor do I think of anything that they did was unlawful. To be fair, what the guy did was unlawful as shit. You know? And technically, charges were eventually brought up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm 100%. The guy deserves the F that he got, and I kind of wish he went to jail for it. But that being said, based on everything that we've seen today, this is pretty low on the totem pole of bad shit we've seen today.
Yeah.
But I think it does illustrate why people have a lot of mistrust when it comes to police misconduct, and that's why we're pointing it out here.
Also, stop pretending to be a cop 24 hours a day.
Yes.
It's not that big of a deal.
I will say my 2 cents on this is treat cameras like they're guns. Assume that they are recording, even when you think they might not be. If you're going to be a trash cop, assume that the camera is recording.
Well, and that just shows you like how much that guy doesn't care.
It happens all the damn time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, all the damn time. These dudes doing stupid crap when the body cams are clearly recording when they are in the middle of an investigation.
Yeah.
And so,
but after the results of this fuck up, like nothing happened to that other cop.
All that it does is it gives this impression that like if you're gonna protect him for something this stupid where he's so clearly wrong, what marginal calls are you protecting people from?
Yeah.
Sure.
Accountability on.
Yeah.
And that's where it really gets into sketchy stuff. Because it's like these other cops, okay, they try to get this guy to drop it. It's like, okay, yeah, you're getting to drop it. It's over, something dumb, but it's like.
Sure.
Which I'm surprised the way she talked to that other cop, the way she was like, it's on video. And then they go and they're like, oh, the apology's just fine. Like, why aren't you like questioning the primary officer on this, like why he's not taking this further.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is like if and again, like
because she questioned that other cop, she was like, "It's on video." Like but then you let the primary officer just be like, "Oh, it's an apology. It's good enough."
Yeah, like I don't.
It was a terrible apology.
That was hardly
Agreed.
an apology.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
That was a.
Again, you do not apologize for how other people felt. You apologize for what you did.
That was a. I'm sorry you got this on camera, so I have to say this.
So, like I said, if I was the primary officer on that guy's going to jail. That'd be my 2 cents there. That guy goes to
go to jail
every time. Every time.
Yeah.
But then the DA didn't even charge him, so it's like,
no.
What do you
Nothing
do?
would have happened. They could have taken the guy to jail, but the DA does what the DA does. But
they deserve.
At least in the spring of 20, maybe I don't know. Get them to behave better later.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
It's not been my experience.
I had to take the domestic report for a sergeant, so that was interesting. I didn't arrest him, but I had to take the report.
16, 41-year-old United Arab Emirates citizen Ahmed Al-Manali and his wife temporarily moved to the United States while Mr. Al-Manali underwent medical treatment at the Cleveland Clinic in Ohio. On June 29, 2016, Mr. Al-Manali traveled to the Fairfield Inn and Suites in the nearby town of Avon to seek accommodations, but was informed that they were fully booked due to the Republican National Convention taking place in Cleveland at the time. Mr. Al-Manali asked the attendants at the front desk for recommendations for hotels that may have vacancy, and the attendants told him to wait in the lobby while they print a list of hotels that he can call. As Mr. Al-Manali took a seat in the lobby, the Avon Police Department received a phone call from one of the attendants' sister.
Avon Police Sergeant Rupel.
Hi, my sister works at the Fairfield Inn on Colorado Avenue in Avon. She is a desk worker.
Okay.
There is a male in a full headdress with multiple disposable phones pledging his, pledging his allegiance or something to ISIS.
Okay.
It is very
It's not illegal.
panicky.
The attendant's father also called and verified everything that the previous caller had reported.
She said she's in the back. I have the text. She said she's terrified. So please.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Avon officers arrive on the
Is that a
scene minutes
crime?
later and detain Mr. Al-Manali at gunpoint. Once the officers place Mr. Al-Manali into handcuffs, they begin searching his pockets.
She said she's by herself.
Not good this. I'm tourist and this is good, not good.
Yeah, it's not good. It's right.
It's not good for the cops.
I don't know. He's got it.
What?
She said he's by himself.
I have like my business phone and like my work phone. Or like I don't want to pay like international fees, so I just got like a WeChat.
Relax.
Right up to the little floss toothpick. I
Took
love
his
those
shoes off.
Lift your leg up.
Jesus.
Says he works for the embassy.
That's nice. Lift your leg up.
Wow, that's rude. Why are they taking his shoes off?
Airport.
Bombs, bro.
My telephone also.
You never know.
There's one guy who did it one time.
During the search, one of the officers tosses
Had a bomb
Mr.
in his shoe, and now
Al-Manali's
we all
phone.
have to take our
And in
shoes
later
off.
footage, it appears that the phone was broken. It is widely accepted that police officers can cause
you with your broken
reasonable and
Bodycam phone,
necessary
Josh.
damage to an individual's personal
is
property during a
quite the
search based on a
footage here.
warrant. For example, in the 1979 case of Dahlia versus United States, the Supreme Court held that, quote, it is generally left to the discretion of the executing officers to determine the details of how best to proceed with the performance of a general consent to a search includes consent to damage personal property as part of the search. Even the circuits
I
that
love that they
allow
reuse the
damage
same
to an
exact
individual's
stock footage
personal
every day.
property during a consensual search
Same
agree
judge,
that the damage
everything.
must be reasonable and related to the search. Because there is no reasonable basis for which the officer needed
I don't know why
to
he
throw
threw it.
Mr. Al-Manali's phone as part of the search, a court
an
would likely
idiot.
find that its destruction was a violation of the Fourth Amendment. As Mr. Al-Manali is searched, one of the officers enters the hotel to speak to the staff members who prompted the 911 call.
Somewhere in Avon or Elyria. He wanted a month's stay. He was leaving July 13th to the 14th, around there. And I tried to help him as much as possible. Everyone said that they were booked and they couldn't help him. I told him, and then he wanted to sit in our lobby. He didn't want to leave.
So you said you guys were booked?
Yeah, we said we were booked.
Okay.
And everywhere he called is booked too. It's summer, people are
Sure,
traveling.
absolutely.
So, I mean, that's what he had two phones. He was searching the internet on one phone, making calls on a disposable phone. That's really all that I know. Just recently.
What?
He didn't say anything else?
No.
So he's using the Wi-Fi and making a phone
Because the
call.
call we got is that someone
Exactly.
said that he was pledging his allegiance to ISIS, and
No.
who would have said that? Who made the call?
I told him my sister. I said, why? It's my sister. Her name's Alice.
He's making sure his body cam's on. He's like, hold on, let's make sure I get what this bitch is saying.
2030 units, stop your search.
Bro! I bet y'all feel like assholes.
You better.
You guys okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, your LT's back up. We're gonna sweep the lot real quick.
Okay.
Sweep the lot.
Right here. It's a bunch of SIM cards.
It's what you put in phones!
How dare he have those?
He has them all right now. There's like 6 or 7 different ones. Amherst. He had this thing in here.
Yeah.
Because everything is going on with ISIS, is what I said.
Called traveling internationally.
Because we couldn't.
Oh, so this was our caller.
Stand down.
No,
stand
I think
down,
she
stand
called
down.
her sister, and then
The front
sister
desk
called
attendant informed the
911.
officers that Mr. Al-Manali never pledged allegiance to ISIS, in direct contrast to the information her sister provided during the 911 call. Section 2917.32 of the Ohio Revised Code
Yeah, that's a
defines
charge.
the crime of making false alarm call. The attendant's
I've
sister
charged
could
a
only
person
be
with that before.
charged criminally if she made the call knowing her allegations were false. In order to convict an individual of a criminal offense,
Yeah,
the government
it's
must prove that
second-handed
the individual
probably.
both
It's tough.
committed a criminal
Yeah.
act, referred to as actus reus, and that this knowing is an element of a mistake or misunderstanding. However, if enough evidence existed to prove that the sister knew Mr. Al-Manali probably didn't pledge allegiance to ISIS and she made the call anyway, she could potentially be convicted for making false alarms.
I'm so sorry. It's because he kept coming up here and asking questions and stuff like that, and
How dare he?
Unfortunately,
You're a
the
customer
caller
service
didn't ask
then.
Oh,
he was
man.
Screaming, pledging
Bro,
his allegiance to
I
ISIS and waving his
can't.
flag.
How
That's a
dare
very
he.
different picture than what happened.
He did have 2 phones, but he was talking to a guest out here in the lobby who was trying to find
Brian,
some
what's going on,
directions,
Brian?
and I think I've got that card up there. It was a
This lady's perm.
Burger Organic Farm 1557. I
Well,
just
I'm not saying it's nothing, but the call that we got is nothing what happened. So I think things got a little blown out of proportion.
A little bit, yeah.
Someone dressed like that just holding phones isn't enough to call and say they're pledging their allegiance to ISIS. That's a totally different ballgame.
Right. Well, I didn't know who the
All right,
caller
just sit
was,
tight.
so-
Nobody leave.
Okay.
Let me go try to smooth things over with this gentleman.
Okay.
Nobody ever said
Good luck.
anything about ISIS. She called her sister because she was nervous because he looked like
Have
that.
an earpiece. I hate you already.
So
They're
let's go
day
dust this gentleman
shifters.
off.
The attendant admits that she was afraid of Mr. Al-Manali because of the way he dressed and the fact that he had 2 cell phones.
Yeah, clothes are
which could be
scary.
considered a form of religious bias.
2 whole
Hate
cell
crime
phones, dude?
legislation,
Oh.
which
Damn.
exists on the federal level and in the
Can you
vast
imagine?
majority of states,
Like,
either makes the
having an
punishment for certain
international
crimes
phone and then, like,
harsher
a
if
phone
they are
for
motivated
in
by
the
a
US.
bias against a
Yeah,
protected group
that's-
of people,
oof.
or creates new
Crazy,
crimes that
dude.
include a bias motivation as an element of the offense. Section
I'm gonna have to tell my family 'cause they like
2927.12 of the
iPhones
Ohio
here to take
Revised
back to
Code
Mexico.
defines the crime of ethnic
Oh, no.
intimidation
Here
as
we
committing
used.
aggravated menacing, criminal damaging,
Tell 'em
or
to be
endangering,
careful. We don't want 'em
criminal
getting
mischief,
arrested,
I know,
or
man.
certain types
Yeah,
of
you show up with 3
telecommunications
iPhones.
harassment because of the race, color, religion, or national origin of another. Federal hate crime legislation, which is applicable in every state.
Your dad might wear the wrong
Section
t-shirt and someone
49
thinks he's a
of the United
terrorist.
States Code, which criminalizes causing or attempting to cause bodily injury to another because of their actual or perceived race, color,
Jesus.
religion, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, convicted of this offense. She could not
Stand. Uncuff him.
So your brother's not here?
He's got a brother.
After receiving the order to stand down, the officers returned Mr. Al-Manali's property and released him from handcuffs. Eventually, the officers recovered one of Mr. Al-Manali's phones that they had thrown into the bushes.
Wow, he
nearby,
chucked
and he was
that
able to
thing.
call a friend of his,
Wow.
who was also a police officer, to translate. As the officers were speaking to Mr.
Oh
Al-Manali's
my
friend, he
gosh.
suddenly collapsed and lost consciousness. Luckily, a fire squad was already on the scene, and they began rendering aid immediately. Mr. Al-Manali
Yeah,
had
they were on the
just
scene to look
undergone
for a
open
bomb.
heart surgery a few months prior to this interaction, and he was hospitalized hospitalized following this incident after displaying symptoms of a stroke. Mr. Al-Manali was released a few days later, and he went on to file a lawsuit against the Avon officers and the hotel, which was owned by Marriott International, Inc. The Avon Police Department issued a formal apology in person, and initially stated that they would consider bringing charges against the 911 callers. The Lorain County Prosecutor's Office investigated the incident and presented evidence to a grand jury, but the jury declined to indict them on any charges.
Yeah.
Mr. Al-Manali's lawsuit was initially seeking $200 million in damages, but after a 3-year-long court battle, he eventually settled for an undisclosed amount in 2019. Overall, the Avon officers get a C+, because although they apprehended Mr. Al-Manali appropriately based on the information available to them at the time, they also demonstrated a reckless disregard for the safety and security of Mr. Al-Manali's person.
A fair assessment.
That's fair.
That's a fair assessment. Have I gotten call text that was false? 100%.
Like every call.
Yeah, dude. I was about to say, I take it back. Yes.
Every call.
Every call. Probably every call.
There's
probably
always
never
something
accurate,
in there that's either exaggerated or just false.
Have some of the sketchiest uses of force I've ever had came from bad 911 calls. I was
Yes.
very lucky that they turned out with a positive outcome. But that being said, you always just have to use a little bit of like common sense at times. Do it safely, but safely apply common sense to every single scenario you're getting into. Bro, I'm glad he got his money, but that sucks that he had to go through
An undisclosed amount. I love that.
the Marriott. Oh yeah,
He sued the police department too, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one-time qualified immunity makes sense, and why it's applied in certain situations is like, hey, let's say it was legit. How else do you want your police officers responding? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
in the off chance it was legit, and you have to respond like it is.
The throw in the phone though
was bullshit, and
Yeah,
I
come
even
on.
said it at the time. I was like, bro, like, what is this?
That's rough.
Yeah. Every call, really? He said, give us an example, Jazz. Every domestic ever. The call text is always
Especially
incredibly biased.
every domestic ever when both parties call.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get the truth.
Never.
You get some version of the truth.
Yeah. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. What's going on here?
A knife-wielding man attacks Australian officers.
Uh-oh.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
What are we doing?
Oh, what is he doing? With a gun in his hand?
I don't know if it was a gun or a taser. Couldn't tell.
3083, urgent.
I don't know. It looks black to me, but it could have just been the way the lighting is.
Off!
Hey, they got projects just like we do.
Get back! Get back!
Shout out.
Get back!
Well, and they got those big knives out there, you know?
Yeah, they do.
That's modern knife.
Get back!
Pause it.
He's got a knife on him!
This is what always pisses me off about these calls. You'll show up, it'll be somebody that's like super MHMR, has very real mental health needs, whether they're coming out of being intoxicated, so that they took something that's really, really bad, or they just have a very severe, social anxiety, something like that. But they'll be in an excited state, right? And the police get called because they're running around on the street doing wild shit. So you show up and you handle the situation, and then a huge crowd of people that we were trying to help him, get the fuck. And then they're mad about what you did. And it's like, well, if you were gonna control the situation, we wouldn't be here. If you were being a real advocate for this person getting the care they needed, we wouldn't be here. I knew a lot of people. We actually had one of our great, Mr. Milkbone. Shout out to your guy here. He had a huge son. I mean, this was a big boy that had very severe, he was on the autism spectrum. And the other reason why I say he was a very bad case if he would walk off and do random shit by himself, right?
Yeah.
But he put things in place to make sure that he would never be in danger. Or he had systems of accountability to make sure that there were fail safes to ensure that if he ever decided to just go up and walk, that he wasn't going to walk into a freeway or something crazy like that. Because he's just like owning a dog or something like that. If you have a person that has a hard time taking care of themselves, grandparent with dementia, something like that, do not get mad at law enforcement when you failed to provide those fail safes and now the government has to do it. my 2 cents here. I will keep going, but I've been in this situation so many times.
304, 50 plus POIs.
POIs.
Yeah.
Get back!
He shoved the guy.
Get back! Get back! Get back!
That guy's
Jeez,
hammered.
dude.
That guy's hammered, dude.
Hell yeah.
Get back!
Yeah.
Back!
Yeah.
Get back! Back!
Does that guy have the knife? I still haven't seen the knife.
I haven't seen the knife.
Yeah, that's enough, Chris. Pull up, Chris.
Somebody help your friend.
Oh. There you go.
POC spray.
Super effective.
Yeah. Works on kangaroos.
Check out those sunglasses.
Does he have a taser and a droplet holster?
I think so. I can't tell.
We need more cars.
Do cops have guns in Australia?
I don't know, man.
Get back!
Okay,
Really?
we'll
I don't
get
know.
him somewhere else.
Hey? He come at us with a knife. This guy. I thought I was dead.
I always hate that shit. People are always like, I'm helping. Well, help faster.
They're all drunk though. How much are you gonna help when you're drunk?
Senior cunts.
Hey Jay, what's going on, my dude?
You are under
Good to see the
arrest
spice.
for attacking police with a knife.
Yeah, never rely on the government.
Audio. The video camera is running and recording.
Where'd this
You do not have to say
plainclothes
what
guy come
you
from?
do. If you don't want to understand that, recording what you say or do.
That looks
and
like a
use this recording
pistol.
in court. You understand that? Yeah.
I wish pepper spray tasted like peppers.
What, me?
I wish.
What did I do to you?
Tastes like pain.
Come on.
I'm good, bro. I love getting sprayed. You sit on my hot dogs, Jazz. You're a troll.
I think that's become fairly evident.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this guy's way too close. We have this large group of very helpful people.
So I guess. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the knife.
Let's secure that too.
I was gonna say, we're just gonna leave it in the street.
I have it.
We're just gonna leave it in the street.
Bro, homie is just like chilling. Also like these 90s style vests. Like 90s tactical vests.
Yeah.
Bro, shout out to this Isuzu though. Well, the fact that the controlling officer had to body this dude first. Wonder if they teach that in Australia training. He's like, bro, I'm cool.
I don't want any. I don't want any for my hot dog, thank you.
Bro, do they have a Hyundai cop car here?
It seems like they just have whatever they can get at home.
That's probably like a detective car or something.
Yeah, that's my guess. Bro, I tell you what, Australia's wild, dude.
I bet they were watching a soccer game.
Did that guy almost get hit?
Yeah, dude.
These guys just tried to run me over. Didn't bit the horn on nothing. This guy here just tried to run me over. I'm just a member. Off the road, big fella. No, all right, I'm off the road now. You're welcome. That's all right.
Damn.
I don't think anyone's going to run into your car. No one's
What
going to run into your car,
is
mate.
going
No, you
on?
That might have been his body camera. I couldn't really tell.
Tried to run
weird.
me.
This is
Tried
such
to
a
run
weird-
me.
What's going on here?
Just showing up wearing whatever the hell they want and whatever car they want. Then they just deputize the neighborhood.
This is wild.
Get over here and do something. Don't stand here.
I'd like to see this group of cops
Get over
here
then. Don't
try to
run me
handle
over,
a call in
mate.
Houston.
Can't even drive, you fool.
You know what I mean?
Only if
It's just
blank is
different.
there.
I feel like you can
Only
handle
if
that
Blake's
call game on Ohio.
Aussie rules football match.
Right here, hang on.
Bro,
I
it's
forgot
so
about
weird.
old Aussie rules football. My bad.
Excuse me, bud.
Yeah.
How you going, mate? How you
Are
going?
you gonna
dropped
really leave your
wallet.
back to
You
a
dropped
guy
your
that's
wallet.
being
You
antagonistic?
dropped your wallet, mate. Show me your face, please. Show me your face.
He's got Nike chick over here to back him up. I think she's a
This
cop
guy-
too.
This guy's an idiot.
You're a passenger. You never bipped once, did you? Did you, sir?
This guy's-
I am
Told you
now
to get off the road.
I'm
Now
off.
move.
I'm off. Thank you very much.
They did
Don't do something
come
about
pretty
the
damn close to him
situation.
with that
Look at
car,
you. Well,
though.
he got no balls.
I know he did, but like also on top of that, he's just gonna stand there with his hands in his pockets, like letting someone stand that close to you, like just from a safety standpoint. That's such an idiot.
Well,
What
you
an
know,
idiot.
guns are illegal in Australia, so I'm sure no one has any.
I guess you're right.
Unbelievable.
You know, criminals
one has
listen to gun
knives.
laws. Duh. Come on.
I'd be worried about getting stabbed or punched or whatever.
Yeah.
This is the first like real police officer I've seen so far. I like his little adorable hat though. It's pretty cute. What?
Hyundai.
So you see?
Like he's a bike cop, dude.
Like that in front of me, you got
Guarantee
to get
it.
off the road behind your car. That's classic work, police work, champion. Classic police work. Good
It's
on you,
not
mate.
hard. It's not hard.
Observer. He might be the mentalist. No, he showed no ID. He
The
might be the
mentalist?
mentalist.
He's getting roasted by this
The
dude.
one that thinks he knows what's going on. He stands back and watches the scene. And then he'll go home and blow straws across the table with his mouth and tell everyone to
Producer Juan was not a police officer, but he
No,
has
he's a
watched
comedian,
enough of
no,
these
don't
that he's better than what we're watching
Don't
right
say
now.
Don't let a smile.
I'd take Juan over a lot of these guys so far.
Oh my god, dude.
That or anybody with common sense.
All
right,
I know,
I'm
these
done
show up
with
with like
this.
a button down, you know?
I'm done with this. It is right on the dot. It's 9:35. Look at that. I want what's the Mentalist? The Mentalist. It's a show I think on ABC or something like that. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's here. We have Jazz, we have Blank Forge, AJ Ace, we have Warrior, Pam, I know was here. Oh, Mark Bragg, my dude, what is going on? I can't read your comment, but you might be right. Brian A, Sweeper was here, Maxie was here. Oh, Poofy swung by here in a second. It is good to see you, my dude. Retro was here. I already said Pam. Maxie was here. I think I already said Warrior. Schmang, my dude, is here. I already said Blank Forge. Who am I missing?
I do have my little sheriff badge here, though.
Brian P was here.
I'm the sheriff of Stolen Valor.
Sergeant George, or as he's known here, St. George, was also here. Real Ness, my dude. We haven't seen Real Ness in a minute. Jacob, I know, was here. Who am I missing? Manifold showed up for a little bit. And then Mr. Toastar. Shout out to all of you guys. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hopefully next week is not as cringe-inducing. This was pretty bad. I give collectively our law enforcement officers today maybe a D. Gotta
Pretty
see.
rough.
This was a bad week. We took the L. Our batting average was well below where it should be.
Pretty rough.
I'll give him a D plus for that one female officer who pitted that car.
Dude, crushed it. Yeah.
Bonus point. That's
Also,
extra credit.
minus
she
the
was pretty
chick,
great.
the chick that handled the knife guy up until they just chose
yeah.
not to tase him. She did a really good job.
Yeah.
And a couple that did a decent job, but this was we typically get these because they're not doing a great job. So I want to thank our Patreon group who has supported us with like 1 billion videos. Our Patreon is as little as $1 a month. That gives you access to our Discord. Our Discord is where we're about to go for the after party to play a little bit of DMZ.
I don't have a mustache anymore.
To Josh's beard. Let's see.
Juan has a goatee.
Juan does have a pretty strong
Well,
goatee.
it's I got this very patchy situation going on because I haven't shaved in like 3 days. But
I got an idea for a future show. Go give it to us in the Discord. I'll appreciate it there. We go live twice a week, every Tuesday and every Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time, and we have a lot of produced content that we're going with. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out with us. I'm gonna the Patreon. Cool. Thank you, Warrior. I appreciate it. What's Discord? You'll have to figure it out, Jazz. One of these days, you'll have to become an adult and grow up and figure things out for yourself.
Jeez, that escalated. Dang.
I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thank everybody for producing our
you
content.
sheltered from Home Depot, Jazz.
We also got.
This ain't no broke ass IKEA studio.
I want to thank Christian Halsey for the super chat. He did give us a super chat. I want to thank him for that. And for everybody that got us to 3,400 plus subscribers. We're growing on there. I think we just hit 8K on Instagram, and we're about to hit like 60K or something like that on TikTok. So,
yeah.
Everybody else, we're going to be in the OCFT. We're going to play some. Retro. I didn't see you, my dude. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the OCFT in the after party. We're going to play a little bit of DMZ. We'll see y'all later.
Mark,
Bye-bye.
we know you like jazz. We can tell in the comments.
Shout out to Mark Bragg.
Just saying.
These guys have gotten out of control. Pam super chat. Oh, Pam also
So did
super
Christian.
chatted. Pam, thank you for the super chat. I can't scroll past a certain point, and it won't keep going after that on the live chat.
Yeah.
Y'all chatted a lot today. Like 90% of this is Jazz asking important questions.